sport fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for.
Let's get straight into the episode.
Yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping, I'm a stun.
When everything collapses, we're not going to be equipped to live how we used to live.
Yeah.
That's why I think. Say if it happens in the next 10 years, we're still alive for it. The whole world collapses, we're going back to the fucking dark ages. But who's going to fucking, like, we're not built for that no more.
So I'm getting a gun license.
We're fucked. Yeah, we're fucked in that sense. Even if there was a mass fire that erupted inside of our fucking cities that just came through and
yeah, that fucking what's that one in California? The fucking big super volcano that erupts.
Oh, Yellowstone.
Back,
if Yellowstone erupts, the whole world's over.
Is not even an active volcano.
Yeah, it's super active. In fact, it's meant to explode right now.
Super active is a good word.
It's super active in terms of, you know how they have hot springs all over Yellowstone? That's because it's bubbling to the surface. It's meant to explode every, I don't know what the years is, like 700,000 years, something like that. But we're at that 700,000 year mark. In fact, we passed it.
Wow.
So it's overdue for an eruption.
Time bomb.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
And what's the cataclysmic impact? Like, is it global or is it just like
it'll black out the whole sky,
the whole planet?
the whole planet.
Oh my god,
We won't have sun for 100 years.
What if we build like a giant fucking dome or something over that shit? What are we doing?
Blow straight through the dome, bro.
What the fuck are we doing, bro?
What are we doing? We're sitting here waiting, bro.
What are we doing?
It's like
Where's Tony Stark when you need him, bro?
It's like the California fault line. When that goes off, California turns into an ocean.
Is that like a dam?
It's a fault line along the Californian like the border between California and America. So, and eventually that will erupt too, and that's an earthquake. That's like a tectonic plate that's going to slip, and when it slips, California will break off and turn into an ocean. It's like 2012. Remember the movie?
An island? It will turn into an
island.
island.
Into an island, yeah.
Could
That's
more
mad.
likely be fucking under the ocean.
It'll sink.
Yeah, it'll probably slip into the ocean, but there'll still be pockets of islands around, like how we have archipelagos now and stuff like that. Like New Zealand is New Zealandia, which was connected to Australia.
That's episode 1, bro. Me and Damon talked about that on episode 1.
New Zealandia.
Yeah. Because we were talking about New Zealand, and we're like, I was saying, maybe it's called New Zealand because it was originally Zealandia. And he's like, he looked it up, he's like, Zealand is a place in Norway or some shit. I was like, fuck you, why'd you do that? Fuck you, yeah. Well, I was thinking this before as we were talking about it, and even though we're becoming more advanced intellectually, but not as advanced capably, do you reckon we're becoming more or less advanced spiritually? Do you reckon
spiritually, we're gone, bro.
Yeah, we're done.
Gone.
I always say this to people who are religious. I'm like, your creator, your Yahweh, Yeshua, all the Abrahamic faiths, who they believe in the one God, Allah, God, Yahweh, and there's one more, Jehovah. Your God, maybe he did create this world, but he dropped it out a long time ago and kept walking. Didn't give a fuck. That's what
mad message, but that's demonic.
So I'd like to take your take on it. What is you think the Abrahamic religions are the true religion?
No,
like,
not at all.
What do you believe?
But they have hidden truths in them.
Yeah.
Because they're all based off previous texts. Like the story of Jesus is the story of Horus from the Egyptians. Yeah. Horus was a divine birth, miracles, etc., etc. Died at 30, crucifixion. All the stories of all the new texts are just taken from older texts, right? And just interpreted differently. And there's a real hidden message in each one of them that we can decipher. It's called steganography. I talked about it last time. Steganography is just hidden meanings within hidden meanings. So it's like when you read the story of the flood. The flood happened and the ark was there, but it's not how he actually physically got two animals of every kind. It's like he collected their DNA to recreate them later and repopulate the earth with them once the flood retreated.
Well, then that's an even more steganography than the cataclysmic event of Younger Dryas impact.
Yep.
That means that it's a metaphor for the original creation.
Exactly. Yes, exactly right.
That I can relate with in 100%.
And that's what creation is, the story of creation, Revelations and Genesis and all that sort of stuff. is just the genetic manipulation of humans made in our image. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Made like us,
Yeah.
but slaves.
That is, I've never felt more relation to someone else's pinpoint on religion and spirituality and God, for that example, than that, because that's how
Makes me feel good.
that's how I look at marriage. Marriage in itself being a biblical tradition to take place between the idea of putting God first before loving someone else is a metaphor for not putting yourself first above anything. It's about sharing and communicating and helping and all these things. And that's the blueprint hidden inside of religion,
the message,
inside
exactly.
the Bible, inside the places that's like, accept Jesus Christ with your tongue and confess in order to get to heaven. It's like saying, if you get rid of the ego within your body and you start to accept the fact that you've been given this as a gift to experience, then you'll be able to live eternally.
Yeah.
Not just momentarily.
Well, not just in this moment, exactly.
It's all metaphorically. And fuck, I love the way you
beautiful.
explained that, bro. I love the way you explained that. But are we really becoming further away from spiritual
Acknowledgement.
acknowledgement or technologement than we were
make up words
in
here.
the... Well, you're joking if you think I was even going to put that in. Because as soon as it came out, I'm like, not a word.
Bro, we just like had an eye contact. We're just like, what the
Damo just looks up and I'm like, fuck, you
I
got me.
knew the word, bro, but it didn't come out. I knew the word. I'll tell you why I said it, because I didn't hear what you said.
All right. And you were like, fuck, I'm going to try and base it off of what he
I
said.
was like, is this what he said? That's the truth. Well, if say, for example, if we're able to have this conversation about the fact that we believe that they all come from a pinpoint, are we closer and closer and becoming more advanced evolutionary than they were back then? You know what I mean?
No,
You don't reckon?
they were further along than us. Humans used to practice telepathy. It's written in all the ancient Eastern arts, all the Asian arts. We used to practice telepathy like clairvoyance, like it was a normal thing for humans to do. Even Scientology used to teach clairvoyance before it turned into this weird fucking culty religion sciencey thing. Scientology was just based on clairvoyance. That's it. Just teach people the practice of talking to each other in each other's heads, getting the message across, and then manipulating matter without using your own what you'd call like, you know, physical manifestation of energy. You're just using conscious thought to move it.
I thought clairvoyance was just a ability to understand the situation you were in. I didn't know it had anything
That's like
to do with
intuition.
telepathy. I thought it was.
It's,
something-
it's all covered under clairvoyance, but then clairvoyance is like the header, and then you have all the subs of clairvoyance.
So clairvoyance is just like things that we can't explain.
Yeah, yeah. Supernatural.
Well, like, remember when I told you about the podcast?
Yeah,
To watch
yeah.
out for that. That's clairvoyance.
That's clairvoyance. I thought so, but that's just like you have an understanding on shit that you shouldn't have an understanding on. You know what I mean?
Bro, I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I thought. That's what I
like,
thought clairvoyance means.
I
That's what I'm
can
saying.
do like for that. I told you that was gonna happen. Oh, I can't explain how.
That's
I don't know how
clairvoyance,
that
yeah.
fucking happened.
We talked about it last time
And,
too. Interpreting
but-
automatic
So
thought.
clairvoyance isn't the fact that you're able to do that. Clairvoyance is the fact that you don't know how you were able to do that.
Well, you can practice it. You can hone it in. You know what I mean? Like, you know how some people are naturally born more fine-tuned in clairvoyance. Like,
Yeah.
they can see the spirits of people
Yeah.
wandering
So,
and stuff like that.
He's saying like fucking back in ancient times, people were good at it. Like fucking. So for example, me, you fucking never had that shit. Like, so I'd be more in tune to it. So I'd be practicing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always sort of thought you were a little bit clairvoyant.
Yeah, we're talking about examples.
Yeah, but I gave him real word examples. Like fucking.
You did.
Don't act like I don't ever have any clairvoyance either.
Come on, guys.
Fuck me dead, bro. I'm a walking medium, bro. Fuck me. I'm about to open a new series on Netflix, bro. Speaking to your soul's voice. Yeah.
Are you Muslim?
No.
You wearing a Muslim necklace?
This is actually the flag of Turkey. My Turkish grandmother bought me this when she went to Turkey in the beginning of the year.
Well, like Turks are.
Turks
like,
are secular. That's why they're so advanced. But now they're going backwards because their current leader, Erdogan, he wants to make it back to a Muslim country. Allah, like women wear the scarf and no school for you. And look what's happening in Turkey now. Suicide attacks everywhere. Fucking bombings. Fucking car explosions. Before, when Kemal Ataturk came and was like, no more Ottoman Empire. We don't want any more caliphate in the world. We don't want more Muslim empire. We want Turkey just to be Republic of Turkey, nice and simple, secular, homogenous, all good. And for a while, we were doing very well. We were actually advancing at such a rapid rate. And
Did it change from democracy? Did it change to democracy? From
Yeah, it changed to democracy.
What Arabs say Turks are dumb then?
Because the Arabs backstabbed the shit out of us. And Arabs say that because Turks are the most advanced Arabs. And we're not even Arab. We're more European than anything. We're actually the most culturally mixed up group out of everyone. We got Greek, Polish, Russian, Arab, Chinese. We got everything in us. We're mainly Mongolian, actually. Yeah. That's where a lot of our ancestry comes from. My dad's side is actually more... Because my dad's got, like, very dark skin, Like, he's not black, but he's got darker skin than me. And obviously my mum's Aussie. Like, my sisters... Thank the Lord. But fuck you, cunt. But my sisters are all basically white. Thank Lord again. But yeah.
That's clairvoyance right there.
Yeah, fuck.
What I was trying to get at before
Turks are number one.
Was
everyone
that,
else can suck at dicks.
What do you think could have been possible, and why have we entered a society built on more of need and greed than... Imagine if we didn't start to create, like... where do you think we went wrong? What was the time period in which we started to step away from a spiritual awareness and step into more of a collective...
I think it was after the wars.
No, yeah, the main...
There was always wars.
The plan started in 1910.
World Wars.
Yeah, the plan started in 1910 for the fall of the Western civilization.
But do you reckon in 1800s and all these times before that...
The wars were still funded by the same parties, but they weren't as intrinsically involved in the one world domination theory that they have now, the New World Order. They were still focusing on their own agendas and stuff like that, still in these secret societies. The Illuminati was created in the 1600s, for example. Freemasonry has been around for thousands of years. But they didn't actually enact the final, what they call like the final plan, Agenda 21, Agenda 30, until 1910. Where, the Club of Rome and all the Jesuits came together and the Vatican and everyone came together and they're all like, how are we gonna do this, What's our main plan? And their main plan was obviously massive depopulation. Before they even realized the population was going to get to 8 billion, they were already going to cull the population, which is why the First World War happened. They planned that. It was global domination, convince everybody that we need to come together, get rid of the sovereignty of nations. So there is no more individuality, no more individual culture. It's just all under one banner, one world religion, one world system. And then now that we've sort of furthered our progress with technology and stuff like that, they've got an even easier method of doing that. Digital footprint, digital ID, everything's going to be trackable. Everything already is trackable. And it's just so easy for them to start staging a false flag and go, yep, all right, under one banner we go. You know what I mean? Remember when I showed you that Ronald Reagan video of Ronald Reagan going, imagine if we had some sort of outside threat. And he was talking to the UN, which is all the countries in the world. It's like, imagine if we had some sort of outside threat where we could all just unite under one banner and fight off this alien force. Literally said the word alien.
Yeah.
And then in the conversation that took place after that in private, Mikhail Gorbachev, the current USSR president, and Ronald Reagan were talking, and they had a secret conversation that Mikhail Gorbachev admitted in before he died in the news. Yeah, it was reported all over the world. He's like, yeah, Ronald Reagan and I sat down one day, and actually it was a phone call, and he was like, hey, by the way, he's like, could we put our differences aside in the Cold War if we were invaded from another planet? And then Gorbachev's like, yeah, we could do that. And then he's like, cool.
Ultimate, like, wink.
Wink, wink, yeah. Like,
wink.
Get ready. Sort of thing, because all the UFOs you see now, 99% of them are us inside those. 1% of them are coming off-world here to investigate. They don't want to come here anymore, bro. It's hostile. They don't like this planet. We're still fucking primates to them. We're nothing. We don't know how to do shit. So all the current tech that we see flying in the sky is us. That's why it's so slow and it's stagnant, because they haven't perfected the tech. They've just perfected it enough to make it look like it, and also the holographic technology too. Is so advanced.
It's also like, I always think about this, like, why the fuck would any species from outside of Earth be even interested in the fact that we are starting to kill each other amongst ourselves? If as a evolutionary advanced society like we have here in our first world countries, we don't give a fuck what's happening inside the tribes in Africa. We don't give a fuck what's happening inside the slum parts of India. We couldn't give a fuck what they do to each other. So why would anyone give a fuck what we're doing to each other? Why would the nukes and shit start setting off all these
think-
reactions and inspections? And why would aliens possibly be coming down here and being like, yo, stop what yous are doing. Let's start deactivating these nuke alarms. Let's start stopping yous from doing this shit.
Well, those are probably our progenitors. So, like, the first race of us, they're them, like, split off civilizations and stuff, or whoever came back to mess with our genetics to make the current anatomically correct human. They probably come and visit just to check on us. But then there's also, like, the Israeli ex-defense minister, John Lear, the person who made Learjets, literally one of the biggest airplane companies matching Boeing in the world. They all talked about the Galactic Federation, which is the United Nations of the universe. And they...
Oh, now you're fucking tickling my G-spot there.
Well, they all those people, you know, literally the Israeli ex-space defense minister, he was in that shit, bro. Mossad and everything. He still talks about it to this day, unless he's dead now. He's really old, but that's why they all do it. They do it when they get old because they know I'm dead anyway. Who gives a fuck? But they do it. He comes out every day and he goes, yeah, the Galactic Federation's real. Of course it is. They don't get involved because they're not allowed to get involved in planetary affairs. But that's some splinter groups like reptilians and stuff like that, the Greys. They do get involved because they got evil intentions. You know what I mean? They're using this planet for control and for slavery and for barbarism, whatever they want. But then there's also the good ones as well. But the good ones don't get involved because there's galactic laws stating that they're not allowed to get involved. You know what I mean?
Full circle to
yeah.
Marvel, what we were talking about before. Isn't it crazy that, like, it's every single topic we've talked about for this entire podcast is a different Marvel cinematic story.
They give
Like,
it to us in our media.
Loki with the traveling through timelines and all this shit. You've got the Intergalactic Federation, which is probably exactly what it's called inside the.
It is called the Galactic Federation in the Galactic
Federation. It's called exactly
in
that.
the Guardians of the Galaxy, yeah.
Like, it's all exact. The Kree, which is just the lizard people which are living amongst us, which
Underground
are hidden in
and shit,
plain
yeah.
sight, which their spaceship's just outside, which is the exact same thing that the lizard people believe on. Like, it's like everything that it's like what we look at is trying to explain. It's like life is trying to explain to us what's happening constantly, and we're just fucking like ignoring it or taking it as jokes or taking it as just false.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yep.
life is presenting us all the information we need.
Well, they present it to our media all the time. You know the movie They Live? You've seen it, right? I showed that to you a little while back, or at least I told you about it.
Is that the one where he puts on the glasses?
Yeah, he puts on the glasses and he sees what's really happening. He sees
Yeah.
the street sign says obey and the magazine says reproduce.
Instead of saying like go on a vacation, like he
Yeah,
puts
it
on the
says
glasses
obey.
and it says obey.
Yeah,
Instead of
exactly.
saying like Coca-Cola, he puts on the glasses
and then he
says
looks at the
consume.
business people and the bankers and stuff, and their faces aren't human. They're fucking like
demonic.
demonic. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Clones. And then John Carpenter's in that movie. And you know what's funny too? Kanye West is famous for wearing those same They Live glasses all the time. That's his glasses. But anyway, that's a different topic. Yeah, that movie came out in the 80s. The premise of the movie is that one day this guy finds this secret group of like rebels and he picks up one of their glasses, puts it on, realizes the whole world's fucking fake. And there's a scene in the movie where his friend, this African-American dude, he doesn't believe him at all, right? And he goes so far because he sounds really crazy. They start fighting, and the fight scene is a metaphor for how hard it's going to be to wake up the whole of humanity to what's really going on. And so the fight scene is like, believe me.
Steganography.
Steganography, exactly.
Yeah.
And the black guy's winning and he's beating him up. He's like, I don't believe you, man. You're a fucking crazy cunt, blah, blah, blah. And then right at the end when he's getting beaten into a pulp, he somehow pulls this trick move, knees him in the nuts and puts the glasses on his head. And it all opens up to him and he's like, what the fuck? And then in the end, they realize like, you know, there's a array outside of Earth that's sending signals and like makes everybody dumb. And, you know, the aliens control everything from underground and up top and blah, blah, blah. And, you know.
The steganography inside of that is probably the fact that like maybe we don't want to know. Maybe we're fighting as a human species to become aware of the fact that we're all under this control. Because the truth is so much worse and ignorance is so much more blissful.
Ignorance is bliss, yeah, 100%.
I do think
Scary.
ignorance is bliss, bro. The truth is scary. The truth, if the truth that we are considering to be the truth is the truth, it's almost terrifying to know that we are under control of not just our own government, but a government larger than our government could possibly comprehend, which is just being controlled than a government larger than that.
Exactly right.
You know what I mean?
But forget. I know, I like how you said if the truth that we believe is the real truth. forget about Galactic Federation and all this different stuff. I'm talking about psychics and everything. Just forget about all that. Let's just talk about scale, right? The universe is 200 billion trillion light years across, right? With billions and trillions of galaxies, billions and trillions of those which sit in the Goldilocks zone, which is what the Earth sits in. It's called the Goldilocks zone because it can sustain life.
Not too hot, not too cold.
Not too hot, not too cold. Perfect, just right. How many of those planets? You'd be stupid to believe we're the only ones. Absolutely retarded. It's such a human thought to believe that we're the only ones out there. Just forget about all the other conspiracy shit for a second. Just look at it on a scale wise. Like, come on. You know, we're not.
Yeah, and
like,
then
I get it.
it's
You're the
even
center of your own universe. Yeah, your ego drives you. I understand that, but just drop that for a second and look at it as a whole. We can't be the only ones. It's impossible. In fact, there's probably another race that looks exactly like us out there, and that gets into all the shit that I like to talk about. But yeah,
So do you believe that aliens are what we call gods?
yeah,
So you think they're our creators?
yeah. For the most part,
Yeah.
yeah,
So do you think there's creators above that?
yeah. Which we can't see. They come from different dimensions. And
Yeah.
I do also believe in the afterlife.
So you're saying, are we almost worshipping the wrong gods, or
Yeah.
we're worshipping not the wrong gods, but we are confused in which the gods we are worshipping?
We're confused altogether because we shouldn't be worshipping anything. There should be no
think-
worship.
I think they should, because worship, I believe, comes from gratefulness.
Fuck, bro. Someone put it really well the other day, right? They're like, you don't have to believe in religion to believe in Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And it's like, you should only, and I'm just talking about Judeo-Christian values, for example, which is, we've seen that they create the best cultures and the best societies in the whole world. Just forget about colonization for a second. You know, the beauty in their architecture and their art and everything like that is so much more advanced than anything any other nation can do.
Catholics.
Yeah, like that, for example, right? You don't have to follow the religion because the religion has been used to justify so many horrible things. Like, do you know the reason why they enslaved black people originally is because they believed that Noah placed a curse on his son Ham for seeing him naked, and Ham's skin color was black apparently, and so that all of his descendants then had to be cursed. But they interpret that wrong. It's the Canaanites that are cursed from that because it's Cain that saw Noah naked, and the Canaanites are Middle Eastern. So, and they're not even cursed anyway. No one's cursed. Every human group is just as, everyone has a right to live here as everyone else. But religion has been used to justify such horrible, disgusting things in human history that you should never follow a single religion. If anything, you're just going to follow the man. That's why Buddhists don't follow Buddhism. They follow Buddha. You know what I mean? They follow the Buddha. And
Which
the
is
Buddha's
a
just an
spirit.
idea. It's just a spirit. It's not a person.
Ziz. It's
Yeah,
Ziz.
it's like Ziz.
Oh,
Yeah.
Buddha was a person.
Buddha was a person, but the Buddha comes in many different carnations. That's why they believe in reincarnation.
It's like
Jesus was a Buddha
Ragnar.
to them.
It's like Ragnar. It's like the belief in
But
Ragnar.
Jesus practiced Buddhism.
He did. He went to the Eastern arts for 20 years. That's
Yeah.
the missing years of Jesus Christ. And he practiced all the clairvoyance. That's why he looked so different to everyone. He's like, miracles? Wow, what is this? Like you can change water to wine, man, crazy. All he was doing was shifting the particles around a little bit to go, yep, there's wine now. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know, I think the downfall's when the Catholics and Protestants split and it became the Protestants.
Well, I always tell people this: the Roman Empire never collapsed; it just invaded the Catholic Empire.
Yeah,
The pagan Roman Empire I'm talking about, because the pagan Roman Empire was founded in 753 BC, 750 years before Christ. They, at the year of Christ, they were the ones who killed him, right? But it never fell. It just reintegrated into the Catholic Church. And that's why you have the Vatican as a separate state within Rome. It's like, what the fuck's going on there, bro? And then the Vatican archives and the Vatican catacombs, and the Pope, bro, sits on the fucking throne of Satan, for example. It's just fucked, bro. They have a observatory on top of the Vatican called Satan 2. You know what I mean? It's
What
fucking
was Saturn too?
Well, Saturn is Satan. Satanism is Satanism. If you want to really
I thought they
delve
called
into
it
the
after
fucking
planet. I thought they
steganographies,
named it after the planet.
Saturn is Satan in the planets. Like Saturn, our planet, is Satan in our planets. Yeah.
So that's just another.
Like, you know, the
merging
hexagon on the top of on the top of Saturn. You ever seen that hexagon? That's where Satan resides. That's where we worship. Like when you go into the real deep dives into all that sort of shit.
So does that mean that going back far enough, the idea of God versus the devil is just multiple religions going at war against each other? The belief in one God versus the belief in another?
No, it was more the war in the heavens. Like when we looked up and we saw them fighting over the planet or whatever they were fighting over from Mars or whatever they were fighting over. we looked up and we saw that as good and bad fighting, which it probably was. But yeah, we saw that as the war in the heavens. So we wrote it down as this great chariots of fire came down and they warred amongst each other, and the angels and the demons came and warred and blah, blah, blah. We just interpret that how we could interpret that back then because we didn't know what it was. You know what I mean? So we wrote it down like that. But in the same way that you're describing the religions fighting each other, it's like the Crusades, for example, right? It's like we view that as like the holiest sect of Christianity and the holiest sect of Islam, and they come together for a holy war. And no one even realizes, but the Crusades all failed. You know what I mean? Like everyone goes, the Crusades, Europe, blah, blah, blah. The Muslims won. Like, you know what I mean? The Crusades, now who owns Palestine and Israel? You know, Israelis do. The fucking Jews do.
I thought the Crusades were fighting paganism, not Islam.
Well, they wanted to rid the Holy Land of paganism, but Islam is included in paganism to them because they're not worshipping the right deity to them. You know what I mean? Even though Islam technically also represents Jesus Christ in a similar manner, which many Muslims don't really know that, but they don't realize that.
So we're saying we considered the Islams to be pagans, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Because they just had a different belief.
A different belief system, right?
So maybe, is that what pagan means? Someone who believes something other than...
A pagan is a non-theistic belief system. Like, they don't just believe in the one God. Like polytheism, right?
But Islam fought pagans.
As well, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't realize that. But, yeah, so that you're technically right. They were fighting paganism in the Holy Land. What they believed to be the Holy Land. But all the Crusades failed. The only thing that the Europeans managed to do completely is called the Reconquistadora, or the Reconquistada, which is when the Moors and the Muslims... the Muslims conquered Europe before Europe conquered Africa or the Middle East? The Moors invaded Europe and took all the way over to
Spain used to be a Muslim
country, exactly. That's why it's called the Reconquistadora, is because the king and queen of Spain, when they retreated back into the mountains, right, when the Germanic tribes were still there was no Germany really, they were like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like the Europe's taken over now, it's all them. And they came back, they kicked them all out, all the way out into the steppe of Europe, right, past Constantinople and everything. And they reconquered it, and then anybody who still, like, they'd let anybody live there. Like, who gives a fuck about skin color? Because it wasn't a big thing back then. You see how we all fight about this different shit now? It wasn't about that. It was about culture and what you believe in. So they're like, if you still want to be believing in what you believe in, you leave the country. But if you want to adopt Christianity and live here in this country, then stay and you can adopt Christianity. So they baptized the people who wanted to stay, and they kicked out the people who wanted to leave. There's a very famous person named Leo Africanus, who's the first person to explore and write down the real side of Africa that the Europeans wanted to see. And he was Muslim. He was kicked out after the Reconquistadora. He came back, and after exploring Africa, he gave them the book that he wrote. It's, Leo's Introduction to Africa. That's why they called him Leo Africanus. And after he's like, yeah, I'm converting, by the way, I want to live here from now on. I don't want to live in those countries. Because he's like, this is so much better, like peaceful, you can do whatever you want. Whereas you got to adhere to the strictness of those countries. You know what I mean?
And what was the culture that he adopted? When
Christianity.
He went to Christianity.
He went to Christianity, yeah.
Catholic.
Okay.
No, he was the Church of England was around then. So he was a
Protestant.
Protestant, technically, yeah. But all Christian sects anyway. I just call it Christianity because it's so hard to differentiate between all of them.
Because like Hillsong's are Protestants, right?
Yeah.
Like so, that comes from the Church of England.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you got the Baptist
Which
Church.
I think are the fake Christians. They're not fucking...
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they are.
I think Catholics are the real Christians.
No, because they're idol worshippers still. They view Mary on the same level as Jesus Christ. So, and you're not allowed to do that.
They also worship the Pope.
They also worship the Pope, which is another idol to them.
That's
They also
insane.
worship the cross heavier than Jesus himself, which is if you believe in Christianity, you're not allowed to idol worship. Idol worshipping is a sin.
So which
That's why the
Christianity sect
missions
is
and the
a-
missionaries went over to Africa and they're like, you're worshipping this statue? Oh, no. Bible bash, because you can't worship idols. And you're about to say, what's the real sect?
Yeah.
Gnosticism. Right. Gnosticism takes place before Christianity. Talks about all the stories.
I think the Eastern Christians that are...
Oh, Eastern Orthodoxy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty close to it. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's a solid foundation for a country right there is Eastern Orthodoxy.
Yeah.
They're solid to the core for their faith. Even though I don't necessarily represent any of that or agree with any of it, the way that they handle and go about their business is just like, you can never shake them. You know what I mean?
It's funny how this whole...
And they're not really violent with it either.
This whole concept of finding a true religion to find the true worship of Jesus Christ, again, is just, in my opinion, not trying to take away from anyone. It's always hard for me to do a podcast with someone who is a true Christian, because I believe what they believe to be super necessary. They need to believe in the fact of Jesus Christ being born to have full belief in all the other parts of the Bible.
In good and evil.
In good and evil.
Yeah.
But again, it's just a metaphor anyway.
Exactly.
So it's like, what's the whole fucking point of having Jesus Christ there, other than the fact that you need to have something there to build foundation on, So the real religion couldn't have possibly been Jesus Christ.
No, it's the
In my
Gnosticism.
opinion, Jesus Christ is a fucking... It's
Metaphor
one of those
in
little
itself.
pathways that just branched off, that gave everyone else something to fucking look at instead of the original thing it came from. We could have just kept traveling down this belief in God and good and evil without needing Jesus Christ to be there.
Hit the nail on the head with that one. There's a series on Gaia. I don't know if you still watch Gaia
I
much
haven't even
anymore.
started, bro.
Okay, well, Gaia is like an alternate media channel, but it's only really available through their own websites and stuff like
It's not
that.
really a media channel. It's more
It's
like
more
an
of a-
alternate it's an alternate platform to content.
Yeah, it's an alternate content platform based around all the stuff that we like to talk about, right? But Gaia has...
Spiritually. Would you say spiritual?
Yeah, spiritually and, UFO-wise and everything like that. They talk about it all. Everything from Atlantis to it all. There was a guy, he passed away recently. His name was Jordan Maxwell, and he was really good at steganography. And he was good at Bible steganography, right? And he not just came up with the Horus theory, how Horus was the original story of Jesus Christ. He's like, the story of the sun is just the sun.
I love this. I know this one.
It's it's just the sun.
The
It
sun
comes back
that
again.
walks
He's
on
coming
water.
again, and he's coming again. It's because people were scared that the sun wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, fuck, the
sun
sun.
come back. The sun
They're
will
like,
come
the
back.
sun is coming back. The
Not
sun
just
is
that,
coming
it's
back.
the Son that Jesus Christ, the Son of God, walked on water.
Exactly.
Is a metaphor for
The sun walks
rising
on
across
water.
the ocean as it comes across in the sky.
Yes, exactly. I
That-
don't even have to fucking explain it. You get it.
When I heard that set precedent for my whole new belief
Yeah,
system. That
yeah.
one little metaphor made everything else make sense. Like,
Yep.
oh my God. I was at church. I was probably still going to church at the time I heard it. And I was like, oh my God, it's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor. It's all a metaphor.
Oh my God, my Sundays are free next week. I was just like, wow.
Oh, great, yeah.
Wow. I was super grateful I heard that.
I love that. So you know
Now
everything
Sundays are
about
for
that.
podcasts.
Yeah. Well, Jordan Maxwell's the one who created all those steganography theories. So really look into him if you wanted to.
100% I'm going to. Yeah. I'm surprised I haven't even got Gaia yet. Because I've even talked about
Have you
Gaia.
seen the theories that Christianity is just Ragnarok? Post Ragnarok?
I have actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't looked much into
And,
it, but that's very interesting.
Can you explain
God
to
is
me
just
Ragnarok
Loki.
first? Can you explain to me that more?
So Ragnarok's like the death of all the gods, all the Norse gods and shit.
End of the world.
type shit. Mm-hmm. And then
The giants come back.
Do they believe that we've had a Ragnarok already, or is it not something that's happened yet?
No, so Ragnarok's already happened.
Yeah.
So this theory, it's happened. And Loki survived. He is God. And he's playing tricks on us, saying...
Loki the trickster.
Yeah, he's playing tricks on us to worship him and worship no one else.
No Odin, no nothing.
Yeah.
But then again, when you asked me before, do you just believe that all the gods and stuff are just the aliens? That's the Nordic gods too, the Norse mythologies,
Yeah.
the Odin, the this, the that, the other, the lightning powers and everything like that. It's all just them in their super advanced ways. You know what I mean? And that could very well be true. That actually, like Loki the trickster being the god of this current epic, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why would we have such a bizarro backwards world if it wasn't the case, you know? Such opposition to each other and stuff like that.
But when
I'll send you links to these
Please do, yeah,
videos.
please do, yeah.
But here, this dude I watched, he fucking explains... It's on TikTok. He does a series on TikTok.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
love
A lot of
that.
people
I
are doing
love
that now, eh?
Yeah,
TikTok series.
it's so good. I love watching his Christianity is Ragnarok, post-Ragnarok videos.
Yeah?
Because he goes into like...
Is that like his
all this
main
detail.
theory thing that he does on his channel?
He does heaps of different theories, but this is just the one I've been keeping up with.
Yeah.
And he does like different comparisons. I can't remember like the names and shit, but he's saying, so like certain people from the Bible are actually these gods from Norse mythology.
Yeah. And he's able to connect it too, right?
It's
Yeah.
connected because the names are similar
Yeah,
too.
yep.
The names are similar, so it's just it's crazy.
Crazy how deep you can read into it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful book.
When you think about like gods, say for example, like Loki, Thor, Odin, Zeus, all these other, even doesn't matter if they're Norse or Greek or any of them, and the fact that people believed in them to have had certain manipulation on society, whether it be lightning or tricks or
Whatever
the
it
sun
is,
or
yeah.
the god of Apollo or anything. Like, do you think of him as a humanoid figure, or do you think of him as in like it is a presence? Or do you think of the presence of that thing existing being the thing that we are worshipping? Are we worshipping an actual Thor like we believe from Marvel Comics? Or are we worshipping the fact that we have got energy and electricity that travels through the sky that needs to be able to exist in order for life to exist?
Yeah, that's
Well,
also
I think
that's
the,
taking it further into the metaphor point.
I
That's-
think
yeah,
the
yeah.
Norse gods were real
Yeah.
people or beings. Mm-hmm. It could be aliens, like what he said, they were aliens. But yeah, I think the stories come from saying all the stuff.
It had
happening.
to have those stories, especially because they weren't trying to do metaphors in those. Really, they were just trying to write down what they saw, or
Were
orally
they?
pass on the tradition of what they saw. See, the thing is, it's not written the same as the Bible. The Bible's written as a creation story, whereas their stories, they have a creation story, but their stories are written as the stories of the wars we fought with these demigods. You know what I mean? Alongside them. You know?
True.
You
They
know?
do talk about wars. And
So I break it into two categories. When you're talking about Norse mythology or Greek mythology or Chinese mythology or African mythology, no matter what the mythology is, all over the world, it's the exact same at the principle of it. You break it down into two categories. When they say demigod in whatever their religion is, demigod means in human form, so physical, and then God just means the presence is there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it's spoken
That's
of, but it's
interesting.
not actually physical.
Yeah, yeah.
And that just means different dimension.
Demigods were the offsprings of the gods and humans.
Yeah, so
like-
then coming into human manifestation is like Jesus coming from the Trinity into human form,
Oh,
right?
that's cool.
It's like he was decreed by the angels to be born of Mary, and then he was just born into physical manifestation and becoming a demigod. I'm sure that there are multiple ways to become a demigod, but you're right as well. It is the interbreeding between gods and men that created them. But then
But then where the demigod come before to interbreed?
exactly right. If
There's
you
a
look at it,
humanoid
well, like my
form.
way,
Yeah.
but I wanted to sort of touch up on that. The Nephilim were considered the offspring of fallen angels and the women, right, of our women, but they were considered to be lesser beings, whereas demigods were considered to be higher beings, right? So Nephilim were considered to be these ugly troll-like, giants that we just didn't want around. You know what I mean? Just were a nuisance. But then the demigods were considered to be these beautiful, angelic, crazy creatures that were like, oh my God, look at them, look what they can do.
But that theory only exists because they thought it was impure to breed such a high creation of like an angelic presence of an angel, to breed that with a bottom pit feeding human.
And then that's
to breed
another-
them together. It's an abomination to
It's
create
another
an Nephilim.
metaphor too for the fallen angel. Just means them descending from the sky. That's all anything fallen ever means, is descent from sky, right? Coming down to earth, right? And where do we know where you can come from the sky? Like, you can't just appear. You can only ever come from space. You know what I mean? So it is interbreeding. The genetic manipulation, when they say interbreeding, it's just genetic manipulation, creating these massive offspring. But we have it, whether or not you want to believe in one story or the other of creation, we have the evidence to prove that they were real. Sitakar, the Native Americans, described them before the Europeans even got there. They're like, yeah, they were here. We fought a war with them. Fucking 20-foot tall red-headed giants. You know what I mean? They were huge. We had to kill them all. And the Smithsonian found all the bones. In fact, they still find bones across America to this day of giant humanoids. And as soon as they find them, the archaeologist who finds it, bing, bang, bong, either looks crazy or dead, and the Smithsonian locks it up.
It was
You go, yeah.
crazy. You saying
grab it
the
too.
Native Americans called them red-headed giants, right?
Yeah.
And
I know what you're
you're saying that they're fucking like offspring of gods. You know, if you're a descendant of Thor, you have red hair. So like anyone with red hair is considered a descendant of Thor.
Okay. Yeah, because that's the Celtic theory too.
Yeah.
The Celtic mythology, is the descendants of Thor, or whatever they call
so it's
Thorium.
crazy that you said that the Native Americans called them fucking
Red-headed giants.
So they were like Thor's descendants.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
You can,
But it
like,
makes sense though,
interbreed
because
them.
Thor was red-headed as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
In the actual mythology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Wow. Why do you think we hate redheads so much? we hate them.
I thought it was just the
Yeah,
soul.
they have power,
I thought it was just
exactly.
the soullessness. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was because Ron got Hermione instead of Harry. That's the whole reason. Fucking ginger cunt, bro. It's funny because we had the last pod I did was with April. The last episode that came out was with April Brown. I've done one since then, and I believe the question that came up on that towards the end of the segment was, what's interesting about the way you think? So we both off camera took a few minutes to think about our answer, and she had a beautiful answer about being able to always consider someone else when she goes to make any decision, which can also be a big pain in her own life because she feels like people can also get frustrated with her as much as she can get with herself, in the fact that like she doesn't say what she wants to say most of the time. She wants to make sure everyone else is comfortable. And my answer was every time I hear something, I can't help but put it in a metaphor for something else that I already know, and I relate to things that just shouldn't really be
good that you relate things, because what I believe is like every god is real. The Norse gods, Greek gods, I believe everything's like interconnected, and it's all like one thing.
Yeah, but like I think about it in a sense that like maybe they are real demigods, gods, beings to properly exist in a human form, and they believe in a theory almost like Tinkerbell, where Tinkerbell's only real because you believe it. It's not real. As soon as you stop believing in Tinkerbell, all the fairies start to die. It can also mean in a metaphorical sense where it's like, let's just be grateful for the fact that we have the ability to manipulate and control each other in order to...
Have you seen the videos fairies are real?
I have seen the video. We'll get back. Wait, let's get back to fairies.
You see them little cunts running around, bar? They're fucking there, bro.
Let's get back to
There's a
fairies.
video that's really high definition, actually, of this Tinkerbell-looking motherfucker spinning around in the air with her wings. I promise you. It's probably the fakest shit out
Trust
there,
me,
but it looks so legit.
I love fairies. I put a little bit of dive into fairies, so I'll come back to fairies.
No, fairies, put a pin on that.
But it's not just in that sense. It's also like if we didn't have the belief or worship in Loki, then we wouldn't be able to manipulate and control each other in a way where it's like you wouldn't be able to give people surprise presents. You wouldn't be able to lead people on a mad adventure and
100%.
misguide them. You wouldn't be able to have Santa for kids. You know,
And that's
this
why
is a
that
belief
theory
in
makes
Loki.
so much sense.
But what I'm getting at is like when I'm hearing this whole story about we started with an N, the angels and the humans make Nephilims, then it's almost just a metaphor for the way that we should be living our life anyway. If you've got to look at everything religiously or traditionally in a sense that it's all a book of metaphors and steganography, then it's like, don't breed with people who are less than yourself. There's no need to go out for all these sluts to go clubbing and just pull these fake gangster crims who go and flex all these money. That's a lesser version of
Just want to jump in
themselves.
real quick. I thought that was going in a very different direction.
You thought I was going to say
That was going in a very different direction. I was almost about to agree with you. No, that was fucked. Yeah, holy
Fuck
shit.
it.
But you're no good.
But what I'm getting
continue.
at is it's just a metaphor for how we should live our lives in general. It is to create a society of people that are looked at in a bad light, that are an abomination. It's to procreate with people who are just bottom scum, like don't create much like
So
life
this
for
is-
themselves,
yeah.
angry, aggressive, pathetic, weak, all these things. If you are a higher functioning individual
of a higher echelon.
Great word. Then you're creating an abomination. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's a bluept for how we should live our
Live
life.
our lives,
It's
yeah.
a metaphor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everything's a metaphor.
So it's hard for me to come to terms with the original point of there being angels, there being Nephilims, or is it just another metaphor for my life being a pattern in which all life has been played out for eternity and will be in eternity forever.
Forever, yeah.
My life right now is just going to be a metaphor for someone else's life in 100,000 years,
Yep.
whether it's in a human form or an energy form.
Or else, yeah.
The ability to sit down and do a podcast with your mates is going to be the funnest possible thing to do.
Yep.
But it will just be in a completely different metaphorical way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like everything in the past was a metaphorical way for things happening today.
Now, yeah.
Yeah. Fairies.
Back to fairies.
Is
Damo,
that
back to fairies for a second here.
Here's an interesting point, because a lot of people believe in UFOs and aliens to just be a portal in which you're looking into the dimension of the fairies in the first place.
Yeah, I know. And that
Which
is
is
part of it,
interesting.
yeah. So there's a ancient Native American belief of like our solar system was invaded by what they call the spider, which is a essentially like a semi-spiritual being that's taken over this whole solar system and now created like a alternate solar system, like a reverse solar system. And their belief is that this spider came, infected the sun, infected the moon, and then infected all the other planets. They believe that when you see stuff like Bigfoot, fairies and shit like that,
Yeah.
and all the trolls and all that sort of shit, you're just peering leprechauns peering into what you shouldn't be
Unicorns.
peering into. Like cryptids, for example. I believe all cryptids are real. Most cryptids, anyway. Skinwalkers, Dogman, Bigfoot, you name it.
Yeah.
Like they're all out there.
Werewolves.
Vampires. Vampires, I feel, are just like a more evolved race of humans that died out a long time ago.
Okay.
Because someone explained it to me once. I watched a video on it. Apparently, there was actually a race of humans that had this peripheral way of seeing stuff where they didn't see it in 90-degree angles. Everything was in a different color spectrum. So their whole reality was viewed as different. They were hunting humans. So they had hunting eyes, right? So everything they viewed is like...
Oh, like night vision, heat sensor.
Exactly, stuff like that. But more than that. And they say what caused them to die off is when we started erecting 90-degree structures because they weren't used to that. They started having massive epileptic seizures in their heads and they all died off. But that was like an ultra race of human that would hunt like top predators and stuff like that.
So almost like not even like necessarily looking with their eyes, almost like looking like a dolphin with frequency.
With
They're able to
frequency and
bounce
stuff like
things
that.
off.
Yeah, bounce it off each other and then you hear it. It's like they had heightened sense of everything.
Like a bat. Exactly like a bat.
Exactly like a bat. Well, bats
That
are...
makes sense. That's a fucking vampire.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
is.
bat.
It's literally a vampire.
Holy
Imagine
shit.
a big bat, which mind you, there are big bats out there. Some like out in
Yeah.
the Southeast Asian countries, those bats get huge, cunt. Can you imagine just walking up one day and a bat's just standing there in the middle of the street because they stand. And then it's just standing there cloaked. You'd think it was a fucking vampire. Dracula, bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'll be throwing hands. I got that motherfucker.
I can't believe you two would drop that word so many times in the part that Doxy just cut out of the video. Oh my god. Bro, seriously?
That makes sense about bats and vampires and the 90-degree structures and all this shit. Because have you ever seen a bat try and fly through a city? I was in the city last night and I watched a bat try and fly through the city.
They can't
It
do
was
it.
fucking freaking out. As soon as it gets to the Hyde Park, it was sweet. I'm full clapping, chasing this cunt because they work on sound and they freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I sent him into the fucking city. Cunt's fucked.
And he's like, where am I
Cunt's full
going?
fucked. Yeah, yeah.
Smashes into a window.
Wow.
So yeah, apparently that when we erected 90-degree structures, like the first temples and stuff like that, they were like freaked out. They were like, what the fuck? Our brains can't handle the 90 degrees.
And you're saying that
How
the
were they the
spider,
superior humans if they fucking couldn't handle it?
like advanced, like the way you look at evolution
physically,
with human
physically,
ability.
yeah.
Yeah. And you're saying that like the spider that came through.
Yeah,
can you
the
explain
native
that a bit more?
that is essentially how we have all of this phenomena. Like they describe the Native Americans describe the spider that infected the solar system as the way that all this phenomena was allowed to enter our space, because it's actually really hard to enter and exit the solar system because of solar winds. The solar winds extend out 400 million kilometers each way, and they spread out at 400 kilometers a second, right? And so imagine like a craft trying to penetrate that. It's really hard. So they say the first craft that was able to make it into the solar system planted this, if you want to take it into the metaphorical standpoint, planted this virus in here, in Saturn, I guess you would base it back to, and that allows everything that's not meant to be here to come in, you know, because portals open and close around the sun and earth all the time, right? NASA has in fact, I'll send it to you after. There's the study they did on it, how many portals open and close around in a second around the earth and the magnetic sphere and then connecting to the sun. It's like, what could be possibly connected coming through in and out of those portals, and where else could they be connecting to? You know what I mean?
Portals open around the Earth or just the sun?
Both.
Portals. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Does NASA say you can see the
It
portals?
warps the matter around it. So if you were to look in space, it would just be like a dead black space.
So they're theorizing as portals.
Yeah, but it's different to a wormhole.
Right.
So
To the
a
door.
portal allows you to get there instantly, no time loss. A wormhole allows you to get there instantly, time loss.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So Portal is like Stargates and stuff. They say that they found Stargates
Play
in
the
like...
game Portal. You ever played the game Portal?
Yeah,
That's
exactly
a mad
right.
game, eh? mad game where you just poke through and all of a sudden you should have
You drop through the next portal.
and you put your way through and then all of a sudden you're pointing up at yourself.
Yeah.
Fucking mad game.
Yeah, I love that game. I wish they made a third one.
Portals are way more interesting to what I believe in than any type of wormhole then.
Well, yeah, because the portal allows you to get where you need to
wormhole
go.
would be possible. I believe a portal to be possible. That's why I was confused about this whole time. I don't want to go back to the whole time thing. That's what I'm just saying.
Well,
I'll
they
just
reckon
skip
there's
over it.
heaps of stargates all over Earth that connect to different star systems out there. One for Zeta Reticuli, one for the next closest besides Zeta Reticuli is fuck, I can't remember the name of it. Starts with an M, but that's the next closest one, 6 light years away, then 8 light years away. And mind you, all of these are either binary or single star solar systems, and all of them have planets within the Goldilocks zone, and they're only 4 light years away. We already know how to build a light engine. We just don't want to put the money into it, right? At least that's what they're telling the public. You know, an engine to take us the speed of light. We know how to build that.
I thought you meant like something that harnesses light. I was going to say,
Oh,
it's called
what?
a fucking solar kite.
Oh, I've seen those. They actually theorized that Oumuamua is a solar kite from another planet. You know, Oumuamua, that big asteroid that entered our solar system.
Yeah.
That had a pattern that no other asteroid or comet could ever have. It entered and exited like this, like a fucking snake. And it apparently Avi, one of these Harvard researchers, he's been on Joe Rogan a lot. He actually went on Joe Rogan talking about Oumuamua and how he thinks it's an alien craft. He talked about it as like how it works, and he's a physicist, mind you. And so him believing and talking about all this is crazy, but he breaks it down in the scientific level, and he's like, rockets, like comets and asteroids, they don't move like that. They're on a set course. Nothing changes their trajectory, and they have tails. Oumuamua doesn't have a tail. It's just a long, you know, ovaloid shaped thing out there that we detected about 2 years ago, entering our solar system and exiting and entering and exiting, and it's back again now. It left for a bit and it's back now.
Really?
It's like, what the fuck is going on with Oumuamua? But anyway, that's
I've never heard about this Oumuamua.
yeah.
What's the other asteroid that's fucking there that they reckon's a ship? It's not that one. There's another
The one near the one near Saturn?
Nah, I can't remember.
No, not Halley's Comet.
Nah.
Recently?
Oh, it's been here forever.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, and it has an orbit around, an elliptical orbit around the sun as well. Yeah, It's a planetary body past Pluto.
Yeah.
And they don't know what it is, but it's a planetary body, but they don't know what it is because it's very, very oblate shaped.
Yeah, and the ancient civilization knew about it.
Yeah. Oh, Nibiru.
Yeah.
That's where the Anunnaki comes from. Nibiru has a 3,600 year elliptical orbit around our sun, and some people reckon they can already see it re-entering our orbit now through like infrared and X-rays and stuff like that when you take photos of the sky. I reckon most of that's bullshit, but I do think it's a real planet, and I do think it has some sort of elliptical orbit around the...
Is it possible to ever see it at any point in 3,600 years with the naked human eye?
They already found it. They've already admitted that there's a
people
12th planet.
see it? Like, is there ever a point in which it's circles around us and we circle around the
Oh,
sun?
you mean actually in our
see
physical view without a telescope?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it got here before. That's how the Anunnaki, like, they essentially just jumped from planet to planet. Came here, they're like, take the gold, make slaves. That's it. No
That's
worries.
fucking mad.
Repair atmosphere, job done, 3,600 year mission complete.
I was watching this fucking mad Netflix thing. Have you seen Life on Our Planet? It's like this brand new, like almost like a David Attenborough kind of thing.
I think it is David Attenborough, isn't it?
Maybe. It's the voice of Morgan Freeman, I believe.
Oh, I have seen that. That's awesome, bro. I've watched one episode of that so far. That's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
It's like a prehistoric, instead of what our life is like on the planet now, it's what it's like in the past.
in the dinosaur era.
Yeah, dinosaur era, but then they also go under the sea. They
Yeah.
go before dinosaurs.
Yep.
They go. I'm pretty sure there'll be an Arctic section as well.
And then there's one where they go into the sun.
I haven't seen that.
Oh,
I haven't-
dude,
I've only
it's
seen
crazy.
A few episodes. I keep sleeping when I watch it. But there's like this scene there's like this episode based on life underwater, and it shows these creatures that fucking existed. They looked like a hermit crab if it was the size of a whale, but its shell was as tall as the fucking Empire State Building.
Yeah.
It was fucking crazy. These creatures that lived under the sea.
That's why I believe the Kraken was real.
Yeah,
Because you know how the
Kraken's
sailors
real.
used to always depict sea creatures, sea snakes, sea serpents, sea monsters, the Kraken devouring a ship in one go. We didn't even know about the giant squid until like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We just found it, and that thing's like 30 to 50 feet sometimes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It gets massive. It's not that hard to imagine a cephalopod that was like 300 feet long just traveling through the ocean.
Is the Kraken an octopus or a squid?
A cephalopod,
Which is a
which is a
separate thing.
technically it's a squid, but it's it's like a variation on that. An octopus is completely different.
Okay.
Octopuses are the most alien creature we have on this planet, bro.
Just watching a fucking video about
In fact,
octopuses the other day.
There's a theory that they're the aliens, that the
Yeah.
octopi are the aliens,
I'm
because
not
they're so
surprised.
different to anything we have on Earth, and their DNA doesn't match anything. Like they have no evolutionary traits or background. Like they can't trace it, not really
Wow.
anyway. And so they think like, what if it's just them? And they're just
What if it
flopping
just- and it
around the
wouldn't be-
control board like beep boop. I
It
want to
wouldn't
go
be
over
too
here.
hard to believe if it was just a part of an asteroid. It was mostly consisted of ice, like most asteroids
And a little
are,
bit of like,
landed in our ocean. Like that's not far from possibility
Yeah.
at all. I was watching this YouTube video about how they get octopuses and they can't trap them. Like it doesn't matter what kind of obstacle course they'll create for an octopus, it will fucking figure
Find a
it
way.
out, bro.
yeah.
It'll know how to push things, screw things. They sneak out of enclosures. They fucking raid kitchens inside of fucking places.
Yep.
And then they sneak back in. They turn
crazy.
lights on, turn lights off. They watch for cameras and
I've
shit.
seen that actually. When he whacks the
crazy.
light off again to make it look like he never left in the first place.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
Bro, not just that, but people will come in and then octopus will pick a victim. Say there's a bunch of people working in like let's just call it an aquarium.
Yeah, and he always skirts that one guy.
Yeah, right. And the
That's
cunt,
crazy.
the cunt can like come in with another guy, walk out, get changed, beard, fucking full makeup, everything. Look,
They still know.
Walk back in and fucking still squirt that cunt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Octopuses are fucking insane
They're hectic, bro.
creatures, bro.
Secret-
I
and
love
that's-
eating them too. I love eating baby octopus.
I love calamari, bro. I love it.
Yeah, I
Bit
went
of
out
hard
to
air
dinner-
sauce on there.
Went out for dinner with my mum the other day, and there was this bunch of these octopuses, and I just fucking put them all on my plate. I was getting full put them on my plate. I swear to God, you could see faces in these cunts, bro. I swear to God.
Excuse me.
Like, you fucking little alien.
Yeah,
cunt.
yeah, he's so smart.
You ain't taking over my planet.
Yeah. You can escape
You
an
ain't taking
enclosure.
over my
You
planet.
can't escape a pot. You little fucking gun. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's mad. Yeah, I like.
I like
I don't
octopus.
know. I feel like how much under the sea left to be discovered, you reckon would honestly be interesting, and how much of it is now just going to be like
The whole lot.
additional information that we don't
No,
necessarily
the
find
whole lot,
interesting?
bro. The whole lot's interesting because we don't only have UFOs, we have USOs, underwater submerged objects that we don't know what are. There's a video from Japan where this light, it's a saucer, very thin, right? Because even Bob Lazar describes when the machine powers on inside, the craft turns into light. You can't see the outside because it's deflecting all the light, so it's just reflecting what it looks like to be a bright orange, red, green, blue. That's why you always look up and the videos are just showing a light moving. It's not a craft. The video, it's an underwater crane or underwater research station, very, very deep, but in Japan, right? And all you see is this string of light just goes zoop, right across. And everyone's like, it's a bioluminescent fish or whatever. But they slowed the video down frame by frame. It's literally just light. Just a light. And then when they contrasted it, it's the darkest of the darks and the lightest of the lights. That's the lightest light you could get, right? Out of any white light that you could pick. That's the lightest light. And so it's not hard to imagine because these UFOs have been documented to go, like they've seen them dip into the water. There's a video from off the USS Harriet where they're like mark bearing and range. They're viewing the fucking orb, and then out of nowhere they're like, "Oh my god, what's it doing?" And then it goes in the water, comes back out, no splash, mind you, just phasing into the water and phasing out. And they're like, no splash, mark bearing range, 300 feet. I love that fucking video, bro. That's why I say it like that, because I love when they do that. Mark bearing range. It's like, what are you going to do to a UFO? Mark bearing range, what? Shoot. And then it just rips through your ship like nothing, you're gone. Yeah, no worries, bro.
Yeah. Yo, it's off topic, but it's making me think. Have you seen the SeaWorld in Dubai? The new one they built?
No.
The craziest SeaWorld.
Of course it's the craziest in Dubai. Dubai's got the craziest everything, bro.
It's actually like underwater. Like you can walk around and shit, and you can see other parts of the park that is like under glass domes and shit, and then you can walk through these glass domes.
Oh, no
like an underwater
way.
aquarium, and they get to this section with these. They have to be.
So the animals aren't
35
enclosed, right?
No, everything else is.
Yeah, and you're the
Yeah,
enclosed
sorry,
one.
you're enclosed.
It's like a
Everything else-
safari where you're in the cage and the animals are. That's
They
awesome.
also have enclosed sections inside these things with stingrays and shit.
Ah, okay, yeah.
but you're pretty much in the sea, bro. And then like they have this thing with like these 35-foot tall walls that kind of look like are they called the Genovan caves that we have here in Newcastle or Sydney somewhere, where they look like, where are those caves that we have here in Sydney that's like heaps of crystals? Jenolan caves. You know those pictures of the Amethyst stones, how they go up and they're like crystallized and you can like see inside them?
Yeah.
It's like a kind of weird like grapefruit. Imagine that, but if it was 40 feet tall.
Right.
And on the other side is the ocean. So you're standing in this fucking abyss looking out at the sea. Fucking unreal, bro.
Crazy.
Gotta
An
go.
ocean's scary.
It is. It's terrifying, bro.
I'm more scared of the ocean than space.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen the fucking like photos and videos of when whales are sleeping upright in the ocean?
Oh,
And
it's
there's,
fucking
50
freaky,
of
bro.
them?
Oh,
The sperm
what?
whales, they
Yeah.
congregate and they all just turn upright like this and sleep.
How do they stay there, not sink?
The buoyancy inside their stomachs.
Wow, like they find the perfect level.
Perfect balance.
Wow.
And they breathe out only a little bit of what they need while they're sleeping.
That is terrifying. I
It's-
saw a video this morning on TikTok of these fucking people that were like out in the dark. You know those ones where you see people in like and some of them are in the Amazon, some of them are places in Queensland and shit, and they have like heaps of crocodiles and spiders and shit.
I
all
hate
this
that shit,
And like
bro.
they're at night time with torches. It was one of
Yeah.
those ones. And there was like 30 sharks and fucking crocodiles at the same time, all just hovering in this little section.
No way.
Sharks
Sharks and crocodiles together.
and crocodiles. It could have been alligators. I don't know what I don't even
No,
know
but
what
still,
the
any type of reptoid with a shark,
Yeah,
really.
they're
And they
all
weren't
just
attacking
chilling.
each
No, they
other.
were just chilling.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah, wow.
The ocean's fucking terrifying.
Well, even our rivers and lakes are terrifying now too, bro. Bull sharks are showing up in our fucking river systems, bro. People want to go for a dip, not anymore. You'll get fucking dipped up by a bull shark.
You could go
Fucking
in the
rip you
Hawkesbury. I'm
apart.
pretty sure you could get eaten by a shark.
Parramatta River's been having sharks for years.
I
Yeah.
fucking
You
hate
can't
that
go on
fact,
Parramatta
bro.
River. Fuck no.
No, but that's the thing. They still let people swim in there.
you still
No, you
swim in
can't.
there.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can.
What?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Parramatta Lake is a recreational swimming hole.
It's part of connected to Parramatta River.
I didn't know
How
that.
fucked is that, bro? And they hold special events there for everybody to jump in the water. I would not get in that water to save my life.
Wow.
You're kidding me, bro. I'm going to the beach tomorrow anyway. I'd much rather go out the furthest point in the ocean than jump in a lake, murky lake. You don't know how deep it is. You don't know how deep the ocean is too, but the beach is right there set. I'll just go back.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that can't get eaten over there. I'm sweet. I'm going back to the fucking...
true. It's like the numbers game, eh?
Yeah, it's
It's like when you're in the,
you got to be not the
hundreds
last
of
one
other
out,
people.
but the like second or third
it's like
last
in
one
the
out.
forest. You have to be faster than a bear. You just have to be faster than your mate.
Exactly right. It's all a numbers game.
No, fuck that, bro. That's scary. Like even thinking of sharks in the beach and shit. Because I was on this island and I was like snorkeling with Danny. It was when he was like real young too. He was like a little kid, and we were like fucking going out heaps deep. And then fucking like all of a sudden everyone's panicking going in. And I was like, oh, get fucked. I was like, what the fuck, is there a fucking shark? And all the locals there like standing up on the rocks. They all swim out to the rocks and they're like telling everyone get in.
Oh.
And I was like, oh fuck, what's going on here? So I fucking like grab Daddy and I'm pushing him in front of me and I'm swimming as fast as I can.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, fuck, is this it? I'm like,
Is this it? Is this it?
They're like, oh, Danny, remember me, bro? Remember I saved you, bro. Yeah.
oh yeah, bro,
Noble.
fucking, that was freaky, man.
What was
Yeah.
it?
Just, I don't know.
So it could have been a shark.
Yeah, it could have been.
Whoa,
Like, I never
fuck
found out
that,
what it
bro.
was, but I just remember like I looking up and these locals are up on these rocks because it was weird. This island that had like the beach and then there's like little rock island things further out,
Oh, right, okay.
and
Where
they
was
they
it?
swim out there and fucking they're up on there telling everyone get the fuck on shore.
What
Was it in the
area?
Philippines?
Nah,
Here.
I wasn't here. Fucking where was it? Fucking oh, I can't remember.
Some
But,
island. Some like South Pacific island.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somewhere in
see,
the Pacific.
when I went on
Islands.
the cruise, the last cruise, we went to Mystery Island, and Mystery Island's like that. It's just an island in the middle of nowhere, very small, and it is
Isn't
connected.
Mystery Island like an actual place from Scooby Doo? Is actually a real place, Mystery Island?
No, it's a different island, but this one is actually called Mystery Island,
Okay.
right? That one they just named for the movie, but yeah, this place, beautiful place. In fact, it's like you go snorkeling. Or I just went with my goggles. I hate to toot my own horn, but I'm a very strong swimmer. I got that from my dad.
Because he swam here, hey?
Huh? Yeah. So from
The boat
Turkey to
collapsed a
here,
few times.
he swam along the coastline. Stay away from the sharks. But yeah, I swim around the whole island, right? Because it's not that big. And I got to a point where like the current was really strong and I was really tired. And I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna flow down. I gave up. I was like, yeah, see you later.
his life.
I wasn't even gonna yell. I was just gonna be like, oh. I was gonna lean back and just let my body take me out to the furthest point.
You've accepted the fate.
I've accepted the fate. I was like, I'm so tired. I can't keep going.
I don't have I don't have the energy for someone to save me.
And then, yeah, exactly. And then I saw this chick that I recognized from the ship, and like her ass was huge, bro. I was like, I gotta get back to shore.
The bunda.
The bunda. Chasing it.
Yeah, bring you back to life.
You bring me back to life, bro. I was like,
good
please.
bunda will do that.
And then, I was just like, fuck. I got out of the water and my arms and legs were just, jelly, bro. Because you don't notice it when you're in there.
Yeah.
I've got this funny story. This guy I used to work with, he went out by himself. He went cave diving. And it was like these caves connected to the beach, right?
Yeah.
And then so he was like swimming in along. And it was fucking heaps long, this cave.
Yeah.
And then there was this section where you had to dive down
Oh, no. Yuck.
to get out.
No.
Because
Because the fucking the water levels rise. So
no.
he fucking couldn't get air. And this was at the end of his swim, and he was so tired. And he was telling me he almost died because he dived in thinking he'll get through. And he started panicking and and he fucking couldn't breathe no more, ran out of breath. And he was like, fuck, I thought I was going to die that day. And he was like, so tired, I couldn't keep going. But he's like, I kept pushing through. I was like, you're fucked. Can't believe you went and did that by yourself.
Well, by
I can't
yourself,
believe
bro.
you said that's a funny story.
Yeah, straight up.
funny, what the fuck?
That's horrifying, bro.
On Netflix, that ain't under comedy, bro. It's horror.
That's giving me existential dread, bro.
That's funny.
funny because he's a dickhead.
Yeah, because you go by yourself, you fucking get tired.
True.
Yeah, straight up. You don't go cave diving by yourself. That's the number one thing you don't do. After
don't go
watching all
cave
these
diving.
horror cave diving stories, you don't go cave diving at all. Don't go. But like, if you're gonna go, don't go by yourself. Go with a group of like 10 people. So if they die, you can take their air. You know what I mean?
True. It's smart.
Yeah.
When I was on the cruise, since you brought it up, I remember
don't
the
care.
feeling of looking off the
Yeah,
boat.
no. Next subject?
I'm joking.
One sec. Let me just mute your mics. 1 sec. When I was on the cruise, I remember this one section. I do remember looking off the edge of the boat and just feeling like, if I was here without this boat, there is no more terrifying feeling a human could possibly experience
Yep.
than being stuck in the fucking ocean. Bro.
Middle of the ocean.
Bro, and like, do you ever look off the boat at night?
Yeah.
Bro, how freaky is that?
Terrifying.
bro.
I was standing
Terrifying.
at the fucking back because there was like this basketball court up the back. So I go there, play basketball with like Danny and Del and fucking at night, and then I just look over the edge, stand at the edge of the court, and you see the back. And it's like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what's freaky too? Is like imagining all these drunk people, because it's literally just a booze cruise. Everyone goes on a cruise to get smashed. But all these drunk people, I was just always, if I ever went to my cabin early, which was rare, but if I went to my cabin early, I'm like, fuck, I do not want to wake up tomorrow and hear that someone went overboard last night in the middle of the ocean. Because
happens.
it does, bro. It happened recently.
We were talking about it on our 1 year episode.
The guy pushed his girlfriend off.
Yeah.
Probably deserved it.
No video camera evidence, but we don't know if he pushed her. I don't know if we know.
Come on, dude. Big fight before at dinner in front of everybody.
She could have jumped.
Back to the she could have, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he got charged.
Actually, sorry, there was another one. It was the wife actually did fall off. She fell off the railing. But the thing is, right, you've got to force yourself to fall off. You can't just trip over and fall off that railing. They build it
Yeah,
high
it's
for a
fucking high.
reason.
And you know what's crazy
This is
too?
probably
When you're on
common.
the boat, even though you're looking and it's so scary, do you hear the same voice as me that's like, jump?
Yeah.
Like,
And I'm like, no, I don't
what
want
is
to. And they're
that?
like, nah, do it.
I
bro.
know, what is that, bro?
They
That's
do
the
it.
devil and the angel in your
Yeah,
shoulders,
bro. I was so close as well. I was this close to
I was
jumping,
too,
bro.
bro.
I was like, I got to do it. I got to try it. I got to try it once, bro. I got to try see what it feels like.
Oh, bro. What is that? What is it about the
don't know.
human
It's an
mind?
evolutionary thing that fucking makes you not do it.
It makes you not do it by telling yourself to do it?
Yeah, because we would have, like Darwin's theory of evolution, the weakest die, the strongest live. We would have just been doing that shit. Like the intrusive thought would have come and would have been like, yeah, awesome. And then we would have done it and then died from it and then thin out the herd, get rid of the dumb one. And so now we've developed an evolutionary trait where it's like, oh no, you can't do that because that's silly.
Oh, so give everyone the thought to do it to get rid of the fuckwits.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's smart.
'Cause your
All
DNA
cats are
holds
still
memory.
fuckwits. That means all cats are still dumb, eh? Cats always jump.
Yeah, but they can land on their feet every time.
Even if it's off a building, they jump.
Bro, you can hold a cat upside down, like right next to the ground. And I've seen videos of it before. I don't know how they're like attracted to the ground. but you'll let them go and they'll flip instantly to their feet.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've
It's
heard this
crazy.
other theory too, where you know how if you always drop a slice of toast, if you butter it, it'll land face down.
Face down on the
so
butter.
if you tape that to a cat, you'll create an infinite pool of energy.
And then you've got infinite energy. How good? How good?
Yeah.
It's a super.
Oh no, I always drop toast on purpose.
You know, it's always like a 50-50 chance. Like if it happens and something's happened, like supernatural's gone.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of, when we were bridging into the idea of that spider that entered, like, your mic was not muted.
Cut that.
Stay.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
Can't remember what I was getting at before, but for some reason the Big Les show just popped into my head. With
Bro, that's
Sassy.
fucking one of the best shows.
Oh, I love it.
I've been
bro.
watching it recently.
Have ya? I was thinking about starting it yesterday. Yeah.
Well, there's all these new episodes out now.
Is there?
Yeah, there's like an hour of fucking like a movie length one.
There's a movie length one, and then they've done a new season as well. They made a Sassy the Sasquatch show,
No
separate to
way.
Les show.
Oh yeah, I think that's it. The movie.
The movie is Sassy the Sasquatch,
Yeah.
I think. And then
Bro, it's mind spinning, bro.
Is it?
bro,
Yeah.
they hit shit on they hit it on the head with that
So
one, bro.
good. You gotta watch it.
I saw a podcast. The guy who created it, was his name like Peter Nolan or something? Who's the guy that created Big Les show?
Mike Nolan?
No, I think
That's a
Peter
character.
Nolan was.
Yeah, but isn't that the guy's name as
Mike
well?
Nolan's a tradie.
Yeah, but isn't that the creator's name too? Isn't that what he based it off? Mike
Let's just
Nolan?
look it up real quick. Who created Big Les show?
We've got iPads here. What are we doing?
Jared Wright. I should have known that.
It
It's
was
Jared
him.
Wright,
Yeah.
So Jared Wright did a podcast with this Aussie guy who started doing podcasts a few years ago. He just doesn't do them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about the fact that he was a massive shroom head. He would eat a fuckload of mushrooms, acid, get stoned as fuck all day, every day.
Yep.
No job, and just go on these psychedelic journeys by himself. And that's how he had the idea of making Les and Sassy and Donnie and all these characters. And the way he describes it is he's like, Sassy is actually an 11th dimensional being.
Yep.
Who is way more advanced spiritually than anyone could possibly imagine. But he takes so much drugs that he forgets that he's a god.
That's why you gotta watch the Sassy all episodes.
Yeah.
It's this one here, Sassy the Sasquatch all eps.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
a movie length.
Oh,
Hour
mad.
and 18. It's every episode of his series.
Mad.
Do you know
Have
that's
you
what
watched it?
Do you know that's what Sasquatch hunters believe? I haven't seen it yet. No.
Oh, but you gotta watch it because, like, what you're saying, he's an interdimensional being.
Yeah, that's
He
what they
does all
believe.
That shit.
Yeah, okay.
And he keeps forgetting. And bro, it's so spiritual.
Yeah.
I feel like a better person after watching it.
Oh,
But that's
mad.
what Squatch hunters believe in, bro. They believe Sasquatch is an extra dimensional being. They believe they come through those portals that open around Earth all the time. In fact, my friend from Canada, the one I've told you about before, the one who got me into all this shit, he's a Squatch hunter as well. In fact, he sent me photos of them around his property, and there's one that's fucking amazing. I'll show you after. But he shows me all the blinds they build because he says that they can go invisible and shit. Like they can blend in with the surroundings. That's why you can't see them. Some of them are only like 7-8 foot tall. Some of them are like 30 foot tall. They all live in like camps and shit like that, but they're extra dimensional beings. Like they don't live in this dimension. They come from elsewhere.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the
That's-
spider
that's-
brought them here.
That's like Big Les. That's actually what happens in the Big Les. Remember
Exactly.
when they take
but you're
fucking-
saying he got the inspiration from a trip, right?
Yeah, he trips it all.
How fucking crazy is that?
Yeah.
And then all these guys believe in that as well. Like,
Yeah.
fucking
I know,
insane,
I know.
bro.
That's what's crazy. That's why mushrooms are the real aliens, bro.
Yeah.
Mushrooms
love
are
mushies,
the
bro.
real fucking dust from the stars.
and I've never eaten them ever.
Bro,
Me neither.
fucking, in the Big Les show, there's a Sassy who's like, kind of like a god being.
Isn't that the yellow one?
No, it's actually Sassy. It's him, but as a god being in this
In the extra dimension.
And then the Sassy we know, he goes there and meets him, and then he's telling himself, he's like, you keep living over and over in the same thing. And it's like of like him letting go.
Yeah.
Like type story, like you got to get over what happened, and then there's
I
like,
have seen that
you keep
episode.
living in this loop. Why do you
Yeah.
keep doing it? And he's like, oh no, but then at the end, it's like he chooses to do it because he loved the time with his friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God.
What was
Oh
the
my
what was the
God.
trauma? What they
because Les died.
Yes, that's it, isn't it? Yeah,
because
he wanted to go back to
he
before
keeps
everything.
going back, reliving his time.
Oh
with it.
my god!
And then at the end, he realizes, I'll keep doing this because I love my friends.
Yep.
I want to keep.
That's
living
like
out
us.
that.
We're tricked into coming back to the earth when we die. Reincarnation. You know what I mean? Like I said this before as well. Stay away from the light when you die. Head to the darkness because that's the unknown. The light is the the trap.
So scary, bro.
It's freaky, but
Even
it's
hearing you say that is deafening.
but the light is the bringing back. It's the reappearance, right? The sun coming again. You know, the light. You're heading down that tunnel. That's a trick. You know, you're meant to go down because that's what's presented in front of you. You're meant to veer off, and that's how you get out into the real afterlife. But yeah,
But
that's
everything about that is looked at in TV and movies and stories as a way to enter, like purgatory, a way to enter being
Nirvana.
trapped, like a.
Oh, Nirvana's
What
actually
do you
the breakout.
call it when a ghost gets possessed? Like, what's it called when a ghost is like trapped in a certain spot, like a poltergeist? You know what I mean? Like that's because you haven't gone to the light and you're staying here. Maybe it's not really the other way around. It could be that going to the light is the new beginning, like taking your first eyesight when you look out of the womb for the first time.
Exactly. That's what the light is. The darkness, that's the tunnel, bro. You don't remember anything because it all snaps out of you once you exit that light and you're brought into the... Well, the light is the doctor's light from the room. And the doctor brings you out and you're like, oh my God, I'm blind and I'm alive again. And I forget everything about my past life and I'm a baby now. Google gaga. That's how it happens.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. I love that.
It's great,
I love that theory.
It's great.
That's what the light is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so stay away from reincarnation. Head towards the darkness. That's what I'm doing when I die.
I always think...
No way, keep going back to light because like
Yeah.
what of Sassy did, he chooses to keep coming back because of this, because of times like this.
Yeah.
These are the best times.
100%. I'm with you, bro.
Fuck, now I don't know if I want to head to the light.
Of course you want to head to the light, bro. It's life. It's existence.
But the Buddhists always talk about break the cycle because the Buddhists know they're the heaviest believers in reincarnation. They think that that's what they call the cycle as well, is the light. You have to break the cycle to achieve nirvana, right? And they say that no monk has ever done that. So
What about this cycle is the fucking nirvana? Do you ever think about that?
It could be. It's like the Ragnarok theory. It could have already happened. We're experiencing it now. But then I think of it like this. Maybe this is just me being greedy. But I'm like, can't it just be better than this if it was nirvana? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, I love this. And then out there, it's like, oh
That's
my
the
God, I
concept of
watch the
heaven.
news and I see horrible shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this isn't no nirvana, bro. This is hell, if anything.
Yeah.
This is Earth after Judgment Day.
apocalypse.
This is after the apocalypse.
Yeah.
This is after Judgment Day when the Earth's already been scorched.
Yeah.
Satan's already taken his seat on the throne. You know what I mean? And he's controlled everything and made us forget. Because that's what they say is Judgment Day. They say we will forget eventually, and then the same thing will happen again, and God will have to come and save.
Well, Joe Rogan says that he believes the apocalypse is always happening. It just happens at different parts of the world at different times.
Yeah.
We are constantly living inside the apocalypse.
Yeah.
It just happens in little pockets. But
But then there's always the one reset that happens. Like the Younger Dryas was the last one, but then before that it happened again 13,000 years ago and
Yeah.
again, because the Earth goes through resets. In fact, they're actually measuring the pole change right now. North and South are switching. And as soon as they change polarities, bang, bro, ice age immediately.
Yeah, aren't we like 15 degrees off axis at the moment?
Yeah, and we're tilting further.
Yeah.
It's fucked, bro. It's not about climate change. We're not doing shit to it, bro. Our cars and our fucking cow farts and tire burning does nothing, bro. The planet, as I said before, if it wanted to, we're like a disease, it would flick. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it's a conscious being in itself as
Yeah.
well, Mother Earth. That's why
Yeah.
we call it Mother Earth. But we're not at the moment.
Life, the giver of life.
Exactly,
bro.
the giver and
That's
taker of
God.
life. So
That's
it's
God.
in its own change right now, literally, exactly.
Yeah.
Where it's in its own change right now, and when those polarities flip, everything changes, right? All the instruments need to be changed, for example, on all of our aviation tools, right? We can't fly anymore until we change those, because once the polarities change, you're not flying to Australia anymore, you're flying to Iceland. You know what I mean?
Bro, you gotta watch this Hassie episodes because he lives through a world-ending event when the dinosaurs are around,
Well.
and he's there with Donnie, right? Because he found Donnie, and Donnie was like a dumb fucking actual fucking ape.
Yeah.
And he touches him and he gives him consciousness. And, he touches him. And he's like, oh, the world's ending. And he's like, let's watch it together. So they're fucking like, bro, it's like so peaceful. He's
Oh
like
my God.
happy to watch the end of the world with
Yeah.
his friend Donnie because he
Yeah.
found him.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, Donnie, fucking there you are. And
Oh,
And
so
then,
he went. So Donnie was already his friend, but then he went back and found Donnie for the first time.
Yeah, for the
Wow.
first time, and Donnie didn't. It was just like
And that's how Donnie
dumb
becomes
ape.
Donnie.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh my god.
And then
that takes away that feeds into the time theory, as if time is nothing and everything's happening at once through consciousness. Because Donnie knows who he is even back then as well.
Yeah.
And Sassy just has to
as
touch
soon
him
as
to
he
wake
touched
him up.
Donnie knew who he was.
Crazy,
He's like,
bro. Fucking insanity.
yeah, and even Donnie was like, "Oh, how do I know you?"
Yeah.
He was like, and then
that was Sassy.
bro, you gotta watch it. Oh, my god.
Send it to me as well, please.
Yeah.
That's mad. There will be a link eventually in the description. I
Maybe.
say eventually because
Yeah,
I've
it is.
been lacking on that.
I'll send it right
But
now.
when we're talking about the Buddhists believing in enlightenment, right? So transcending through your death into rebirth again, and they say no monk has ever done it, and it will take. They say seven cycles in order to reach enlightenment.
That's 7 reincarnations.
7 reincarnations.
Even the Dalai Lama hasn't gone through 7, apparently.
What if the reason you're trying to go back, right, isn't to run away from the light? It's to go back with the knowledge in which how you lived your life that time.
That's a trick, though.
And that is a subconscious, genetic, biological thing that you could take forth into the next time you live that life again in order to help.
Okay.
And that would kind of explain deja vu and
Yeah, no,
a
that
little
does.
bit of
Yeah, that does
clairvoyance,
explain
and it would
deja
also
vu.
explain intuition.
Well, you have actual people who remember their previous lives in full, right? They're like, I used to live in Atlantis, I used to live on Mars, this, that, right? And then they would just.
But maybe sorry to cut you off, but like you're helping me explain what I'm trying to explain. Maybe they've already done a 7th cycle period and now they're on to their next journey. Maybe
okay.
in order for us to keep coming back and doing our lives,
Yeah.
it takes a minimum of 7 cycles if you're able to really reflect while you're
On
alive
what you've
and
done.
see what could have been done better
yeah.
and what you'd like to do again. And that's why you'd love to go back in time, just like Sassy, and relive the best parts of your life with your friends and possibly even create more of them because they're the things you hold on to.
Yep.
And it's not until you complete that. And I have a little weird feeling, like there's no fact behind it, not saying it's real, but I have this little weird theory that we all get a turn of being each other. I believe I get to be myself again.
You said that to me
and I've
before,
been myself again,
yeah.
but I will get to be everyone. And I feel like I've already been people before.
Same.
Like it's crazy when I meet someone, I think, I've been you, bro. I've been you. But it's like, there's no proof behind that. I'm not even saying I believe it. It's just a weird feeling. It could be a concept that I created in my own head to help make me feel better about a certain situation. But for whatever the feeling is, I've definitely felt it.
We can't even quantify the energy of feeling. It's just something that's so strange to us. But that's like, you can't discount it either. You can't discount a feeling because it gives you, like your intuition, for example, tells you when something's dangerous, something's not. Saves your life sometimes. So then that kind of feeling that you just described that you had where you're like, I've been you. You can't discount that because it's like, where is that coming from? You know, what's forcing that? Something is clearly, the driving factor behind it.
Another thing that Joe Rogan repeats over and over again, which is kind of like what we're talking about, but he believes that we have a fear of monsters, what lives in the dark, what's in our cupboards, what's under the bed, because of our ancestors who were attacked by wild animals like cats and jaguars
That is true,
and bears and
yeah.
lions and things that would come in the night, like
Yeah.
panther.
That is true.
You know what I mean? They were always from the dark. We couldn't see anymore. We didn't have the surroundings
Yeah.
to protect ourselves.
We were cave dwellers.
We were
troglodytes.
just sitting ducks.
Yeah.
So we had a fear of the night, which is a genetic, biological.
It's a predisposition.
Predisposition, perfect. It's just transcended through generations. So there's obviously things that attach us to past lives, whether
Well, I was
we
going to say,
know it or not.
they know that DNA holds memory. Like they know for a fact it holds memory.
Wow.
And so your specific lineage is that carried down through memory. You're the last of all the conquerors in your family and all the kings and queens and warriors who died on these battlefields. But before he died, he had a son, and that son had a son, and that son had a son, and that son had a son. And you're the last of that lineage. Like none of us can say we're not proud of our lineage because to get here, they fought through some fucking shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like every one of our ancestors did.
100%.
You know, they went through, like, for example, yours gone through the Black Death. Mine went through on my Irish side went through the Troubles, and on the Turkish side we went through a bunch of shit with the Mongolians and stuff like that. Because, bro, the Turks, before they were Turkish, they were Turkic tribes, right? They just had their own tribal, monotheistic lifestyles. They just lived like that, and they were nomadic, semi-nomadic. And when the Mongols expanded, because the Mongol hordes spared nobody. Like, you were either consumed into their culture or you were dead. You know what I mean? And, I mean, looking at the expansion, it's kind of cool, the expansion of the Mongol Empire. Like, if you've ever looked at Wikipedia and how it expands the Mongol Empire, starts at the smallest bit, and then it blows up, and it's literally the span from Europe to East Asia. Huge, bro. Massive. The biggest land empire ever. But yeah, we carry all that information and all that fucking... It's all hereditary.
And what is DNA? Is DNA just your cells?
Your genetic makeup.
But like, how would you measure your DNA? Would it be through your cell particles, like the atoms inside of your body?
They go down into the finest...
The finest possible...
The finest possible point of our makeup. Our
so
genetic
would that
makeup.
mean that anything made up of matter has its own technical DNA?
Yes.
Or is there something about a life
But
form
it's different. It's different names for different types of matter. Like we have DNA because it's specifically DNA for humans, and we have the double helix DNA. So the person who first coded the double helix DNA, that's actually what it looks like, the spinning thing.
Yeah.
And we have that image, even though it was only coded about 60, 70 years ago, and we realized what it looked like. We have that image all through ancient scripture and text and
that's the symbol for medicine, isn't
yeah,
it?
exactly.
Yeah.
It's the DNA double helix, right?
Yeah.
And it's wrapped around a snake. And it's like how would they have known it thousands of years ago? Sumerian culture, Egyptian culture. They obviously
Egypt's had that for medicine, eh?
exactly. So
Yeah.
they knew this shit, bro. You know what I mean? They were much more advanced than we think. But relating to a separate topic.
What I'm getting at is just a question, and I'm just thinking what you guys think. If we have the ability to prove that memory is connected to our DNA, and the DNA is just a measurement of the smallest possible particles of our existence, then could memory attach itself without before human? Like, what if we also have memory of being before life? You know what I mean? If we all come from star particles and we all come from these things, could there possibly be any traces back, do you reckon, to existence like that?
To like the gaseous clouds that first created the universe.
Yeah,
And
Well,
like,
we have DNA from when we were fucking like little lizards running around and shit. And we just, it's just not used. It's just there.
Oh, right.
dormant DNA,
Yeah.
dormant genes, they call it. That's why, like, you have black people who, out of nowhere, they're born white to both black parents. It's because they have dormant white genes inside them from, like, hundreds of thousands of years ago, whatever it was. And
They've come back to life, those genes.
and those genes have woken up inside the baby that you've had. There was actually a very famous case, even though it happens all the time. That's what albinism is. It's lack of melanin, but it's also dormant genes. There was a case, and these kids weren't albinos. They were just born with these dormant genes, but Nigerian mum, Nigerian dad, and their lineage, as far as they could trace it before they knew nothing about it, was all Nigerian people, all dark-skinned, melanated people. And then out of nowhere, they had two
Lizards.
blonde hair, blue-eyed kids. And there was
Wow.
like, where did that come from? It's like, yeah, dormant genes sit in everybody for a long time. And that's why we're all able to share these genes around. You know, that's what makes us all so special. But you don't want a mongrelized society. You don't want something that's too mixed, because then you get rid of the individuality of every culture and identity that makes it all unique and special.
Yeah.
So it's like, you don't want it to just be like all the same. You know what I mean? You'd like to have that individuality out there.
Do you reckon we'll never get to a stage in human existence where we are all the one race?
They're
Like,
trying to push that now.
Can't possibly happen.
I don't
right?
think it's
That's
possible.
the theory
Nah.
No,
that
I
they're
don't
trying to
think it
push now. It's not possible, but that's what they're trying to push. That's why they push all this like stuff out there with like race relations and shit. They want people to hate each other, but they also want people to mix up as much as possible, so that way we get rid of individuality. It's literally in their plans.
Only because I've never thought of an alien like a race of alien. Do you reckon every other alien planet would have different continents and different types of people?
Yeah,
and they
some,
all look
yeah.
different from each other.
Like the Greys, for example, they're all the one because they evolved on the back
Well, there's
curve
two
too
Greys.
much. There's two types of Greys. There's the short Greys and the tall Greys. The short Greys are clones, and the tall Greys are the real ones. The tall Greys are the ones with souls, and the short Greys are literally just like robots. That because the tall Greys can't come to Earth. If they get out of their ship, they will die immediately, like 20 minutes apparently. But the short Greys can survive here, and some of them have developed like minds of their own. That's why people like, oh my god, I spotted a grey / gypsy thing in the woods. It's like they just like live here now. They decided to live here. But yeah, no, you're like, some of them would have different types of the same race on their own planet. Like there's one that's called the Pleiadians. That's one race that comes from the Pleiades star system, which is like 45 light years away or something. And the Pleiades star system, they say that houses these people look exactly like us, but they're a bit taller. And in most descriptions, like Billy Meyer's description, he describes them as Nordic looking, so like Scandinavian looking, blonde hair, blue eyes, stuff like that. And then you have the Anunnaki, who are described as melanated, right? But really tall. Like when you look at the old Mesopotamian inscriptions on the walls, you have the tall, bearded, cornrow, like tall, massive humanoids, and then you got the little us next to the tree. So the one human standing next to the tree, same height as the tree, and then you got the other human down at his foot, like, quarter the size of the tree.
Do you reckon that there'd be aliens on other planets who don't... There would have to be, right? But what if we are one of the only types of existence in the known universe that tries to advance through technology? What if most of the other things have gone down a different route? What if they're just
more spiritual,
spiritual, more capable?
I believe that.
But it's so hard for me to imagine what we would have got to if we didn't try and sustain self-greed. You know what I mean? Like, I believe that's why we have all of the technology we have, because it's not really curiosity. It's more for a sense of protection. It's more for a sense of like, I want to be able to have as much food as I want. I want to be able to live in the best house I can live in. You know, that's really the reason for technology. So I'd love.
If we
to
went
be
down
able
a
to
separate
imagine
chain of
events.
yeah, like we didn't hit the Industrial Revolution. We kept going in the Renaissance, and we kept developing antiquity and all that sort of stuff. I feel like, because technology is just a broad term for tools, right, to separate us from the animal kingdom. But then you talk about advanced technology, it's like there's different pathways we could have taken. Like Nikola Tesla was trying to take us down a pathway of like free energy for everyone. Nothing's connected. It's all over the air, and it's just like everything's there for you to take. He did develop that, but that's why they made him look like a fucking nut job, took everything away from him, blew up his research facility, kept him hidden in an apartment for the last 30 years of his life, and then he died.
And then took his name.
And then they took his name, and they fucking put all his patents away in DARPA and HARP, and maybe gave 2 to Elon Musk to develop his rockets and shit like that, because Nikola Tesla already developed that shit 100 years ago. Yeah, it's the same thing.
The Cybertruck, like we were talking about before. Have you seen the Cybertruck?
Oh, dude, I still can't get over that video, eh?
Bro, have you seen the Cybertruck racing the Porsche 911?
No.
All right, I got to show you this before we do anything else.
Fucking, I didn't jump in when you were talking about DNA memory.
Yeah.
So for us, Sahabi is one of the best MMA coaches out there in the world. He was on Joe Rogan, and Joe asked him, he's like, what's the best body type for fighting?
John Jones.
And then he said, all of them. And he's like, think about it. Every single person here is here because of their ancestors. So everyone has an ability to become the best fighter in the world because it's in their DNA.
Because they survived it all.
this long.
Yeah. Ah, okay,
That's true.
Yeah,
We're
that is true.
survival of the fittest, eh? We
Yeah,
full are.
so yeah, anyone can be the best in the world because we've made it this far. It's in your DNA already.
Yeah, without going extinct.
It's fucking mad, bro. I love that. Are we really the survival of the fittest, though? Or are we just lucky to not have been the victim of the fittest?
Well,
No.
it's not just like strength and shit.
Because the fetus is dead
It's
now.
like immunity to sickness.
Oh, yeah.
So anyone that was getting sick, they died off.
Yeah.
They didn't pass their genes off.
Fuck, it's crazy to think of us as humans as just a fucking little experiment, a little ant farm. You know,
Yeah,
a little,
that's all we are.
A little virus, a little COVID. You know?
But a little spark inside of each of us, that is the real us. And these are just like the shells that they want to play with right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right,
Fucking go back to the Turkish Empire. Yeah, it's crazy. In China, they got like these Turkish tribes
Yeah.
that
Turkic
full
tribes.
speak Turkish and shit.
Yeah.
Because there was this Turkish guy I watched. He went traveling to like look for them, and then he found where they were staying, and he started speaking Turkish to them.
And they
And the language
understand
was a little bit different.
dialect
because
is off a
There
little
were
bit
like hundreds of years, like fucking
different.
different.
Yeah.
But
They're the
they
Turkic
could-
tribes that I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they live in China and
They
stuff.
still like
and
survived the
Mongolia and
Mongolian
Kazakhstan.
empire and
Yep,
shit,
yep.
and like full
That's
split.
the original Mies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they keep their lineage pumping through their own genetics. Like they don't mix it out. You know, they don't outsource it anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I haven't seen that video, but I know
I'll try and
about
find
those
it.
tribes, that they exist out there. But China's trying to now ethnically cleanse China. They only want China for Chinese. It's really quite sad because you got the Uyghurs up north who are Chinese phenotypically. Once again, their DNA is the exact fucking same. There's not a thing different about them, but they're Muslim, right? Most of them up there. So now what have they done? And everyone's quiet about it because now Palestine's the big thing. But they've locked them all up in concentration camps and death camps. And
They've
there's
been
like
like that for 5 years,
bro, it's been like, yeah, exactly right. Longer than that, actually.
Yeah.
And then after that, I mentioned this to my mate last night as well. Syria's been in a civil war for like 20 years. People die every day there. Their country's not getting better. And people just forgot about it like it's nothing. Like, oh, Palestine's in trouble now. Ukraine.
So what sides are fighting in Syria?
It's a civil war.
Yeah,
Against
but
the
is it
government?
like a...
Instigated by America.
But is that against the government?
Is it like a fucking...
Yeah, but
like
the government's...
Sunni versus...
Shia.
Yeah, is
No,
it that, or is it like
it's
Christian versus Islam?
sort of like that because a lot of Syrians are Assyrians, which is the original Christians.
Yeah.
And they had all these churches there that have now been destroyed, burnt down. But ISIS came through, obviously. ISIS destroyed the Middle East, bro. They're the real ones who destroyed the Middle East. Because after the collapse of Saddam Hussein's...
Hail.
Cut that. Anyway.
And the Taliban, like fucking... How they
all
blew
those
up all
Islamic
the...
groups, bro.
Taliban more than the ISIS. The ISIS
No,
is just a
no.
factor of
ISIS
ISIS.
have
is
you
the most
seen
disgusting
the
human
Buddha
group
fucking
ever.
statues in Afghanistan? There's like 100 feet Buddha statues carved into the mountains.
Oh, really?
In
Oh,
Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And there's fucking very few left.
Yeah, because they
And,
destroyed most
yeah,
of them,
Taliban
probably.
blew 'em all up
Disgusting,
and
bro.
shit.
I hate it when fucking the humans do that, bro.
Oh, bro.
Like the Library of Alexandria is
Oh,
my
when they burnt
favourite
that
one
shit
to
down, bro,
reference.
we lost so much valuable information
It's
from
my
that.
favorite one to reference because, like, imagine what we could have gathered. That was a collection of
the
all
pyramid building
known-
technique was in the Library of
Dude,
Alexandria.
it was all known evidence of human life beforehand.
Yep.
The Library of
Atlantis, you name it, it was
Alexandria.
all there. All in the
Yeah.
Library of Alexandria. They burnt it down. Who burnt it down?
Christians, eh?
No,
No.
Muslims.
Muslims.
What was it?
Yeah, Ottomans.
Wow.
Well, before that, it was the Persians, but it had been contested for a long time who actually destroyed the last remnants of it because there was like 3 levels, and the last remnants of it was destroyed by the Caliphate before the Ottoman Empire. So similar, but yeah, destroyed it. You know what's funny too? Just separate, but like sort of related to Library of Alexandria. There's another myth of not a myth, sorry. There's another mythos of a library in the Amazonian jungle, right? Made of gold and metal. They called it the Metal Library. Neil Armstrong, once he got back from the moon, he dedicated his whole life to finding that library because
Wow.
they say it was built by the progenitor race of humans. That's what the Amazonians say. Because the Amazonians, when the Europeans first got there, they had cities with millions of people in them. It was beautiful, and they're only just rediscovering it now. Graham Hancock talks about it a lot now. Their pyramids were beautiful. The Mayan culture was amazing. Their architecture, everything was awesome. The Europeans came, introduced smallpox, and they were dead.
Yeah, they all
right.
died,
They came back 20 years
Yeah.
later. The jungle had taken over everything. They're like, they lied about the cities. No, they didn't lie. We're discovering now they're all there. It's there still. But that library was probably connected with that some way. But they say the library was made of gold and silver, right? And the books were bound by gold, right? Literally gold covers and everything like that, gold paper, this, that. Neil Armstrong, once he got back from the moon, he spent his whole life in search for it. His whole life. Buzz Aldrin talks about the fact that even now, well, he's dead now, but I think he's dead. He talks about how there's like an hour and 47 minutes of footage missing from the moon landing. When they actually landed, the footage cut for an hour and 47 minutes and they came back and they're like, all right, we're ready to go now.
Yeah.
Buzz Aldrin's like, yeah, we saw some shit up there we shouldn't have seen.
Oh,
Like we went to the moon. It's just that what we saw there was not what they intended. You know what I mean?
yeah,
like
we saw a fake footage of it.
we saw the fake footage, yeah, but
Yeah.
they went there, bro. Believe me, they went there. And there's even a photo from the original landing.
I don't know if we've been to the moon, bro. That's a wild thing to.
Of course we
fucking
went, bro.
believe.
You can look up now with a telescope and see the American flag still there.
I don't know, bro. Like the fact that we could travel that fucking far that long ago and no one's been.
Well,
able to
Roswell
go
was
since.
47. The technology had 20 years to develop.
20 years, bro. 20 years ago was only 2000. The year 2000.
No, the Roswell crash I'm talking about, the
Yeah,
UFO
yeah,
crash.
yeah.
That technology had 20 years to develop. Werner von Braun, don't forget the Nazis already made the V2 rocket in World War II, the rocket that was capable of launching ICBMs all across the world. If that's the case, it's not that far-fetched to believe that the Apollo missions actually happened. I don't like people who deny the moon landing,
It is in
bro.
a sense where I'm not denying it. I'm saying I struggle to believe it.
And
I'm not
you know
saying-
me,
I'm
I'm
not
the
saying I
biggest
believe
I'm the
it's not
biggest
true.
anti like government, anti-establishment, all this shit. Like, I don't like any of it, and I still believe in the moon landing.
Yeah, but I'm not saying I don't believe in it. I'm not saying I believe it didn't happen. I'm saying I struggle to believe that it's possible to have happened.
Oh, so you're just saying it's just a fate that's so amazing that it's like unbelievable.
It's like an atheist who believes there is no God isn't the same as someone who doesn't believe in God.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Okay.
I'm saying just because we had the technology in what'd you say, 67,
47.
well, 20 years after, with the capability of shooting the rockets that are capable of hitting most of the planet.
Yeah.
That's a way different level of technology than shooting something to the distance in which the moon is, to be able to land it there safely, to be able to transport people there alive, and then bring them home. Bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
We didn't just send something there. We landed it and sent them
We
back.
brought them home, yeah. And you know what's funny? Apollo 13, I think it's Apollo 14 or 13, I don't know, is the
13
one where
one,
they
yeah.
never actually landed, but they swung the launcher around the dark side of the moon and they lost contact with them while they were around the dark side of the moon because the moon's tidally locked to Earth, mind you. No other moon does that, by the way, very strange. But the moon's tidally locked to Earth, meaning you never see a different face.
Yeah.
The face we see of the moon in the night sky is the same face that our ancestor 10,000 years ago saw of the moon.
But it's depending on where you are on the Earth is depending on what.
Also,
side of the
they
moon
say
you
there was
see.
no moon in the sky 10,000 years ago through the mythos.
But it depends on where you are on the Earth is what part of the moon face you see. And not everyone sees the same face. We
No,
here in
you do.
Australia always see the same face, but people in the other side of the world, when they spin, the moon does rotate.
No, it doesn't actually at all. It's tidally locked. It can't move. It's tidally locked to where exactly its position is. The only movement it does is around the Earth like that. It doesn't move as in it rotates on its own axis. It can't
you're
rotate
right.
on its
Yeah,
own
you're
axis.
Right. It does do that.
So yeah, you'll see like a little bit difference, but the
you're
dark side never shows itself. So these guys swung around the dark side and they lost contact with them for like, I don't know how long. But that's freaky, bro. Because imagine not re-emerging from the dark side. You know what I mean?
Or part of the technology that got us to the moon is there was slingshotting around the planet. They
Yes,
used
that
it
is
as
true.
a
Yeah.
slingshot.
Yeah. That's how they're going to get to Mars as well.
Yeah.
Slingshot method. Because we use our orbital drag to send the craft on its way with a little bit of propulsion.
And that's the same as how they're able to come back to Earth because the gravity pulls them back
Yeah.
in.
Is that how they got us to the moon and back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
By
used
going
rockets.
around the Earth and then shooting off it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so they use like gravity as like a slingshot.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
It's the same
It's a
as
good
like,
thing you brought that up. I
bro,
wouldn't have remembered that.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like how the fucking Polynesians use the tides to bring them places.
Yeah, similar. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like fucking, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Fuck, that's mad. But I don't know. But still, the technology. I just can't believe that we had the capability of doing that. Considering a fucking computer was the size of a shipping container only 40 years ago. You know what I mean? A fucking iPhone was a fucking shipping container 40 years ago.
Yep. And now we
Less,
have
30.
quantum
Nah,
computing,
40. Yeah, quantum.
which is actually they're able to now develop the technology to send particles across the universe.
I remember what I was going to say before. First, sorry. I will get. Let me just say, I need to show Damo this portion.
Yeah,
video
sure,
first.
yeah.
And I'm sorry I cut you off like that. That was rude.
No, fuck.
So I'll come back to it.
Oh, get fucked. It was towing it.
Bro, how crazy is that?
Yeah.
I thought it was fake, bro.
How big of a fuck you to the Porsche 911 is that video?
How is it that fast?
I don't get it, I don't get it. How is
How?
it that fast?
It's like 2.7 seconds to hit 100 miles per hour.
With towing capacity as well.
Yeah.
Of a
Yeah.
That's
Porsche
like-
911
So normally, like, you either have torque or you have fucking
towing
speed.
power. You don't have
That's
both.
a
So torque is...
Torque is the
to-
towing power, yeah, sorry.
That's
Or you have
combustible engine.
the
That's not
speed.
electric motor, but electric motor has the capability of
Anything.
anything. Yeah.
Spins as fast as it wants.
No, I'm pretty sure a motor, regardless if it's an electric motor, you either build it to be like fucking... torque.
One way or the other, yeah. It's either
Or to be
dragging or
fast.
lifting or whatever it's called. No, but still.
Yeah, you're right, because it would have to be the fucking biggest motor in the world.
Yeah, think about like compressors you work with. and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely right. So who knows how the fuck
So
they
how
do
the
that?
fuck did you build that?
Yeah, but that is the craziest. If anyone listening,
Tesla
How
technology.
has it got torque and speed?
if anyone hasn't seen the Porsche 911 versus the Cybertruck in a drag race, it is the craziest fucking
It is
video.
nuts.
But you were saying it before, Jayden, that they are able to transport particles
Through quantum
through
computing
quantum
now.
computing.
Yeah.
Meaning,
Just they've only tested it once on an atom, but they can teleport it essentially. They've already done teleporting tests in the past, like in the conspiracy world, like there's the Montauk project and stuff like that, where they transported a whole ship. And Albert Einstein was involved in this as well. They transported a whole ship from one shipyard to the other. Sorry, the Philadelphia experiment. And when they got to the other side, all the sailors were like fused with the ship and shit like that.
Yeah.
And they all like lost limbs and stuff like that day. But in the quantum computing space, they can send instantly a particle. They can suspend a particle on one end and suspend it on the other end, and transport like information between the two.
Well, I know that to be true because it's the action you give to a particle. If you measure the opposing particle on a different part of space, it will react.
Sorry, that's how they do it. Yeah, that's what the quantum interfacing, whatever it's called, is. That's exactly how they do it. I explained it wrong. That's what it is.
But even that, I don't think is a proper explanation. Because
no, but it's the manipulation of one to the other, and it's doing the same thing without external force.
Yeah. With an unlimited range so far,
unlimited,
what we know of distance,
and no latency, meaning that it happens instantly.
Yeah. How they are able to grab two identical particles and what those two things we're talking about, what they are, I'm not sure. But if you push on one, the other one will pull on. Like that's.
Well, no, you push one, you push the other as well.
But it's act on one, it will react on the other. So it could be as simple as adding a positive neuron to one and a negative one pops on the other side. I don't know. I'm not scientifically smart enough, but through that, I believe that we will able to get to a state of portals being real, if not portals, but transport through space and time, which I'm starting to believe isn't a real thing anymore. But through space, because time teleportation could be completely real if you just if you act on every single atom in your body at the same time, and another version of you can now pop out on the other end. It's almost like you're being destroyed and recreated somewhere else.
Yes, that's exactly what teleportation is.
Imagine if every airport was not an airport. Imagine it was a space where you go and you have a screen that scans your body, takes a full infrared diagnosed fucking radio
drops it in
frequency
the
of
other
you,
country.
and it just, there's another computer on the other side of the fucking world, and it just disintegrates you.
Yep.
And then because your memory is attached to your DNA, it'll just reform you. On
Everything.
the other fucking part of the world.
It's a 1-of-1 copy.
That's a 100% possibility. There's nothing stopping us from making that become real.
Well, the heads of like Lockheed Martin, the heads of Northrop Grumman, they've all come out and said anything you can imagine that we can make, we've already made it in the desert 50 years ago. Or we decided that it wasn't worth our time. They've developed everything, bro. Teleportation, time machines, fucking UFOs, you name it, they've got it. Fucking ways to put your arm in a machine if you've got no arm and then come out with a brand new arm. They've got it all, bro. They've literally admitted it. Like the head of Lockheed Martin, the director for 40 years, he's like, yeah, he's got a photo in his house of a UFO. It accidentally got exposed 2 years ago when they did a walkthrough of his house. It's a UFO inside the fucking hangar there. It's a white one. And he did a speech at his old alma mater, which is like for universities in America, alma maters are like their fraternities and shit. And he's like, yeah, by the way, anything you can imagine, we already developed it in the desert 50 years ago. It's out there now, just sitting in hangars and shit. And so they've got it all, bro. They've got it all. And they just decided either it wasn't worth their time or, you know, how could we apply this to military application? Or...
thinking about sneaking in and like taking a weapon.
Oh, God.
And then you just take over the world.
Take over the world, bro.
Hard.
You just fucking fly that thing out, beam up all the fucking crazy shit from it. But you wouldn't know what you're doing. You press a button and it beam you to the other planet.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, where am I now?
The moon blower.
Yeah, but then the aliens there, they teach you how to use it properly.
Yeah, they go back and fuck them up. You're a human, so you can.
It's like, we're not allowed to interfere.
Yeah, exactly, but you can do whatever you want. Yeah.
They're like, we'll give you whatever you want.
And you come back after,
Just bring us gold.
Straight up.
Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah.
Like, good trade. Gold for becoming a god.
Well, people go cave exploring all the time in Nevada and Dulce and New Mexico and stuff and then just never come back. I reckon it's because they find stuff in those caves that they're not meant to. And they're like, hey, what are you doing here? Oh, not anymore.
Yeah, it's
Dead.
crazy.
Packed.
The whole concept of the unknown is so fucking interesting, bro.
It's
I could
awesome.
honestly talk the unknown forever.
Oh, my God.
Forever. For the rest of my life.
Every
For the rest of my
day.
life.
Every day. If I could, I would.
I'm so glad that you two are curious creatures like myself, bro. I'm so fucking glad.
You got to be.
And you are more knowledgeable than me too, which makes me so much more happy about it.
We're all as smart as each other.
Yeah, in different ways. But knowledgeable is a good word to use to put on both of you too. Because I've just got questions and you can't just have answers.
I like that.
That's how it feels.
Makes me feel important.
Oh, Jayden, you I don't know if you have you seen all these conspiracies about the Grand Canyon's got a link to Egypt?
Ancient Egypt, yeah, that's true. The Egyptians went to America.
Yeah.
That's how the ancient Navajo culture connects to Egypt, and Atlantis connects to ancient Indians, because it all trickled down from Atlantean times over all the continents. Because Atlantis was a global culture, it trickled down into Egypt, which is obviously a much older culture than they say it is. But they traveled to America after that. Even
But what's the connection?
the connection is they found sarcophagi in the Grand Canyon, which is the big tombs for the pharaohs. Sarcophagus. They found a big golden sarcophagus there.
Didn't they find a massive boat
They
too?
found a big boat. They found a big, like an ark type boat, mind you, like to carry a fucking armada across the seas. They found like inside the caves pillars holding the fucking Grand Canyon up, as if it was like dug out underneath the Grand Canyon, and then they carved pillars out of the, like, you know how you have underground cities in Turkey and stuff like that. They carved the ground out to make the underground
they're
cities. Same
mad.
shit that they would have done, but it's all hieroglyphs all over the walls, sarcophagus, even
is
a
in the Grand
fucking
Canyon.
there's pyramids and shit there, bro.
Is this like known or is this like
It's recently becoming
popularized?
yeah.
Whoa.
But archaeologists have found it before. That's the thing. Archaeology is a very dangerous field to be in, because you dig something up you're not meant to.
Yeah,
like
and they're fucking off you.
they're off you, bro. Like Graham Hancock says it. He's like, all the people, he's been shunned by the community because they don't agree with him in any way, shape, or form. It's the same thing as the guy who found Noah's Ark in Turkey. What happened to him, bro? He also found the blood of Jesus Christ in the tomb in Israel, and he's dead now. And so yeah,
What about the Ethiopians that have the Ark of the Covenant?
Ark of the Covenant, that's hidden in the Ethiopians are one of the most solid sects of Christianity. They're the oldest sect in the world of Christianity besides normal Orthodoxy. Because everyone's like, oh, Africa was colonized by Europeans and they brought Christianity and made them believe it. Ethiopians adopted Christianity before anybody. You know what I mean? They have the biggest Bible in the world with the most books. King James Bible is 63 books. Ethiopian Bible is 87.
Yeah.
How many extra books is that in the Bible, bro?
Yeah.
It's insane. And so they say that there's a big mythos surrounding the Ark of the Covenant, which is the... I'm not exactly sure on what's the contents inside the box. I know the box itself is made of gold, and it's like it's very special and blah blah blah. But it's hidden in a church in Ethiopia underground, and they're killing. The Ethiopians give their lives to protect this church. Every day, a new security guard is standing
I'm
at the
pretty sure
front.
they go blind. Like whoever
Opens
looks over it, they sacrifice like their
eyes or some shit. Yeah,
because they choose to look at it.
Yeah.
And then
crazy, bro. Fuck me, Dad.
All I'm thinking is imagine what the ancient civilizations were sitting around discussing before the
let's go
adoption of
invade
Christianity.
Ethiopia. I need to know.
Yeah, I need to know, bro. Where is that Ark of the
I can't
Covenant?
imagine that being too hard either.
Sad.
Just straight up, Bob. If you think of invading a country, you don't think it'd be a hard one.
Bro, you'd be surprised, bro. You try and invade any of Africa, you'd have guerrilla warfare out the arse.
Ethiopia, but
Come on.
come on, bro. You don't even
fair
think of
enough.
Africa as Ethiopia. You know what I mean? It's the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But imagine what the cunts were sitting around talking about before the adoption of Jesus Christ. Imagine the stories and the mislead and the Bible before Jesus Christ. Imagine the worshipper that everyone believed
Horus.
before of that.
Thoth, the Atlantean. Who else did they worship? They worshipped fucking... Like the Greeks, for example, they had Zeus, right? And Zeus was like the god of lightning and like... Zeus was god of lightning. And then they had god of war, which was not Kratos, but they had a similar god of war in Greek. And they matched up the references to Egypt.
Kratos is just the god of war because in the games he killed the god of war and he had to take his place.
Oh.
Ah, right. Okay.
So there's an actual god of war.
Yeah, there is an actual God of War too. So I thought that was a misconstrued message that he was the God of War, but it's not the case, right?
In the storyline for the game, is he killed the god of war?
Do you know in the next God of War, apparently they're going to take it to Egyptian mythology because
Yeah.
they've done Greek and they've done Norse now as well with the last game, Ragnarok, which is a fucking phenomenal game. And now they're doing Egyptian. They're going to Egypt with his son.
Is that what the story is? Does Kratos just go around killing gods from all different cultures?
Essentially.
Pretty much.
Never played it.
But so the first one, is after the Greek gods because there's a prophecy of this guy with the scar tattoo thing that he's gonna kill all the gods, and he has a twin brother that had that scar. So the god of war came and killed his brother because he thought he was the prophesized one to go kill all the gods. And then
and the ashes on his skin is his brother's ashes, right? Or his wife's?
So what happens is that god he done something, and then he made Kratos get the scar. After. And then after that, he goes on a mission to go fucking kill
Revenge.
And that's why he becomes the god of war because he kills them.
Yeah, gangster. I feel like we've gotten pretty beefy episode so far.
Yeah, holy shit.
Almost 3.5 hours.
I love this group podcast, like the Method to Madness sort of thing. It's very cool.
Yeah, it is. I couldn't have asked for a better first group podcast than this one. Fucking oath, it was
Thank
fucking
you.
gang.
Good dynamic.
yeah,
sure,
great
yeah.
dynamic. I gotta watch this fucking Sassy the Sasquatch movie, bro. I gotta watch it.
bro.
If I'm taking
But
anything,
before you
it's
do that, just go through the editing of this video, and just make sure you...
I'll look over it.
you gotta get it all, bro.
I might watch a TV show while I do it. I'll just
God.
look my head this way. I'll hear voices. I'll click for that person. And
I don't want that knock at my door. Yo, my G!
Be careful because in a few podcasts I watched, she's like, "Oh, I'll cut this out in editing." Nothing was cut. Nothing was cut.
I did that on purpose, but it's never bad, dude. It's never bad shit. But yeah, honestly, boys, I couldn't be more grateful for it. Does anyone have anything else that they wanted to fucking bring up before we fucking...
Oh, man, I wish you guys watched the Big Les show before this podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd like to talk about it.
I'm watching it tonight.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
So
Next
good.
time, because there will be a next time.
Yeah, fucking hope there'll be a next time. I'd love to do a next time. Do we want to make it a reoccurring thing based on a time schedule, or just want to do it whenever we feel like it's necessary to do it? Because I think that people listening will definitely tell me what they would prefer, but what do you guys think we should do?
I think don't force it. Let it happen.
Yeah.
Let it happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't forget about it neither.
Oh, as if I would.
Yeah.
Fucking oath. Two of my fucking favorite fucking podcast guests at the same time. Bro, what could go wrong?
Well, a lot of hard R's. That's all.
Beautiful. Well, fucking really appreciate it, lads. Fucking good to see you again. We'll definitely be doing another one. No force, but everyone's waiting for another one, boys. We'll get to it. All right, easy. That's a wrap.
Shawty get
Shirts
the ride,
now,
yeah,
link in
had to
bio.
put her
Link in
on.
bio.
Running to the city, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty going high, I ain't tripping for the fun.